Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. Let me adjust this a little bit. Moving the peanut cam, and then we'll switch to this one. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the regular Tuesday live stream. How has your week been? My name is Rob. Can you hear me? Everybody can hear me? Looking for the thumbs up that you can hear me. Want to make sure everything looks okay. That is on. I see the green bar bouncing up there. But I do love to get confirmation from you guys that you can hear me. I've had to start over before. Robin, I can hear you. Awesome. Thank you very much. How's everybody doing? How's your week been so far? Apologies, but I do not have stuff to give away this week. So let's watch the concurrent viewers just nosedive now. If you guys were here last week, I hope you had a good time. Gave away a bunch of prizes, some coaching calls, some courses. I was feeling a little bit generous. Last week's was live stream number 100. So that means this week it's 101. Yeah, so it's been a while. It's been a blast, having a great time. So today we're going back to the regular format, mostly live Q&A. I'll take your questions. I'll answer as many as I can. Don't really have any announcements. Videos I'm working on, I'm not sure. At the moment, I am not working on one, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to have one later this week, Thursday or Friday. Probably Friday, I'm thinking. And there's one of two. I just have to decide which one I want to do. I got two in my head to do. I put one out yesterday morning. What was that one about? I don't remember. What was that? Go to my channel. It's the easiest way to find out. Oh yes, vlogs versus how-to videos. Did I get this wrong? I don't know. What do you think? Did you guys see that? That was in response to the one before that. Stop wasting our time. YouTube creators, show some respect. Generated a lot of lively debate and comments. So that was kind of cool. I love that. And yeah, basically 2 videos ago, I said, it's so much easier to grow a channel if you just do how-to videos, if you help people, not just how-to videos, but if you help people in some way, then those people will have a reason to want to come back because you're being helpful. They're starting to trust you. They come back for more help. You help them again, and so on. That's, I think, one of the best ways to grow a channel, and it's the way I've been growing this one. But a lot of people, rightfully so, said vlogs can work too, like day in the life videos. And I even said in that video that, you know, try to resist the desire, I guess, to make videos where you're just filming yourself living your life. Okay, and I didn't really mean that in a negative way. It's just, and I think it's a personal preference thing. Like for me, there are actually videos like that I like to watch, particularly sailing videos. I could watch somebody sail all day long, and they don't have to be teaching me anything. I know how to sail, but I love it, and I love being on a boat, and to me, that's relaxing. And that's the part I kind of missed in that video, or I didn't talk about in that video, so I made a follow-up video and explained it a little bit better. So anyways, interested to hear what your thoughts are on that. Who do we have here? We've got, actually I noticed Catherine is in here, and I actually did a Google search, Catherine. Welcome, thanks for stopping in again, but I wanted to know what time it was in New Zealand, and it's just after 5 a.m. So early riser. I thought it was earlier than that, so maybe that's Australia. It's even earlier than that. So, but I think, did I see some of my Australian friends in here already? If so, it must be really early for you. Anyhow, who else we got? We've got morning coffee. Actually, let me, before I get into the questions, let's just see who we have here. We've got Lucia and Glenn. Welcome. Good to have you here. Morning Coffee Studio is here. Tim Henry of Music Life is here, and has a question. And by the way, I'll answer your question, but just so you guys know, if you do put QQQ in front of your question, a little bit later when I kind of get into this live stream a little bit more, I'm going to be searching for QQQ. That's an easy way for me to bring up only questions. And I find that works a little bit better in getting to more questions. I still won't be able to get to all of them, probably. We'll do our best, though. But anyway, Tim, you got a question. Do you have to have a phone number to get your channel certified? I have a YouTube channel, but all I have is an iPhone and Wi-Fi at this time. I believe you do. I believe you have to verify using a phone number. If you don't have one, then perhaps you could use a friend's to get verified. But I do believe you do need to use a phone to do that, whether it's a cell phone or a landline, or who has landlines anymore? Not many people, I don't think. But we got Solaire TV is here. Welcome. Algorithm won't push my content during primetime hours. 10 to 20,000 new creators a day. Get in line. That's a depressing way to look at it. You got to make your videos stand out, I guess. DIY as I see it. What is a good amount of impressions to get in the first hour, day, week after a video is released to the public? That's really impossible to answer. Yeah, and you know what? Share a little secret. I don't generally look at impressions. The only time I do is if I'm making a video. Like I made a video, I think it was February, where I kind of summarized my first full year, 2024, in earnings and all that stuff. And I believe I was showing impressions as well. But like in my stats tracker, I don't even look at impressions. It's just views. But I understand. I mean, they put it there, so it's a good thing to look at. But how many is a decent amount? It really, I mean, there's really no way. It could be all over the place. Like for somebody just starting out, 1,000 impressions might be good. But if somebody's established, then 1,000 impressions is not good at all. So what I'd be more interested in, or what you should be more interested in, I feel, is your click-through rate. So number of views divided by the number of impressions equals your click-through rate. So if you can get that up over 5%, I think that'd be great. But more specifically, if you can improve your CTR over time in comparison to your previous videos, that's what you want to try to do. Try to get better. Okay, so I hope that helps. Now, what else we got here? I'm going to try to, we have a super chat. Skylight. Let me see if this is working. Yes. Skylight, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Let me throw your comment up on the screen here. There you go. Yeah, thank you very much. And you said, last week you gave me an advice how to be natural on camera. So I turned on the camera to practice, but ended up recording a video that I love. So a big thank you. Fantastic. I love to hear that. That's awesome. Yeah, and I would hazard to guess that that's probably not the norm. I think most people, when they record themselves, they don't like the first time they see themselves trying to talk to the camera, they don't like it. So for you to actually love it, I mean, that's awesome. That is awesome. That means you're not, you don't have those things holding you back. And it's onward and upward. Like you recorded a video, now do it again. I wouldn't waste too much time. Get back at it. Think of another topic to talk about and do it again. So even if it's the next day or 2 days, 3 days later, whatever, as soon as you can, when you have time, do it again. And that's how you get better. And don't stop, even if you don't post it. But I suggest you probably should post it if it's something that your audience is interested in. But yeah, congratulations. Love to hear that. And thank you again. All right. Who else we got here? We have, going right down to the bottom, Morning Coffee Studio is here. North Texas Bird Feeder. Super Ager Saga. Number 2. Okay, I've noticed this. So you guys notice those crowns and it's showing number 1, number 2, number 3. That's something new that I've noticed. I noticed last week. I noticed it on somebody else's live stream. I think it was somebody else's, or was it this one? I think it was somebody else's. But yeah, YouTube is starting to put in gamification stuff. Like, so you guys have a competition. So whoever posts the most, and I think super chats are included in this somehow. You'll have a crown and a 1, 2, or 3. I think they keep showing the top 3. And do you guys have this top fans? Do you have that? Here, let me bring this down so you can see what I see. I'll bring this down. I'll share my screen. Okay, so There are two of me. Pay no attention to this one. But yeah, so this is what I see. And actually, I've got things zoomed in. So let me back up to 100%. This is the live chat. This is my YouTube studio, and this is the control panel of a live stream, okay? Where you can see how many people are in here, over 100 already. That's awesome. The chat rate, the number of views. So 108 people in here right now. There's been a total of 162. So some people have left, and new people have arrived, and so on. And then the average time, the average person has watched for 5 minutes, 33 seconds. I've been live for about 14 minutes. So that's how that works. But what I want to show you is this up here, top fans and the little crown. Okay, so if I click that, it shows me who are the top fans, the people who are commenting the most. Skylight is at the top, probably because he gave me that super chat. Thank you very much. And I'm not sure how many points are awarded for that or how this works. I don't even know if they publish that. I'll have to look into that. But anyways, just thought I'd share that with you. Now let me get this back to where I was. What else do we have here? Yeah, I'm already getting behind in the questions, so we'll have to go to the QQQ, and I'll answer as many questions as I can. We've got okay, I answered that one. Someone's garden. Can I share this link in my live stream now? Greetings from Norway, Monica. I'm not exactly sure what you mean. Share the link to my live stream in your live stream? That's not something I've ever done, but you could give it a shot and let us know if it works, if you want to do that. Chris has a question. In what form are you paid on YouTube? How does this work? And do you pay taxes on these earnings? Thank you in advance. Greetings from the far Belgium. So how do you get paid? So this may be different depending on what country you live in. Okay, I'm in Canada, and YouTube is an American, a U.S. company. The way it works for me is I get paid by direct deposit. Okay, so I have had to go in and get set up with YouTube. I basically have to tell YouTube how I want them to pay me. Okay, once you get accepted into the partner program, so you've reached 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, or what is it, like 90 million views in shorts or something. Once you meet those criteria and you're accepted into the program, you then have to set up a payment, a way to get paid. And so for me, the easiest was direct deposit. Some other countries may not have that ability to do that with YouTube, and you may need to get sent a check, or a wire transfer, I believe, might be an option, things like that. So yeah, so you're going to have to look into that in terms, I don't know how it works in Belgium, but the other part of your question about taxes, yes. So, and this is something else too. As you're getting set up with YouTube, you have to let them know. So again, this may not apply to, well, it won't apply to everybody, but in Canada, there's a form I had to fill out that basically said, don't withhold any money for tax purposes because I'm going to pay taxes myself in my own country. Okay? That's basically what I think it's W8 Ben form or something like that. And it's probably something different for different countries. Or maybe that's a US form. Regardless, if I didn't fill that out, I think YouTube was going to withhold 30% for taxes, right? It's kind of like when you have a job, if you have an employer, they're often going to withhold taxes and they'll pay most of your taxes for you. And then once a year, you have to kind of settle up with the government and either you owe some more or if you've overpaid, you get a refund back. So in Canada, I guess Canada and the US have a deal so that, yeah, I pay taxes in Canada. So it's my responsibility to report what income that I bring in. And fill out my own taxes, whether it's personal or corporate. You know, you can decide how you want to how you want to set yourself up. And then yes, I have to pay taxes based on, you know, the tax rate of my own country. So yeah, that's how that works. Kind of the same as being your own entrepreneur, your own businessman, like what's it called, sole proprietorship or an incorporated business, whichever you have yourself set up as. Yeah, you run it like a business. Okay, so I hope that helped answer your question, Chris. Moving on, should I be offering one-to-one coaching in my niche instead of giving out all the information for free? Good question. I guess it's going to depend on your plan, like your business plan. If you have a business plan, you must be thinking along those lines. If you're talking about or considering one-on-one coaching, that's something I offer. I think it's a great idea. It's a great way to monetize an audience, a YouTube channel. You can use YouTube as your lead generator, and build a business that way. If you have things you can offer and you can't teach it all for free, or maybe you don't even want to teach everything for free, if you've got something of value that people want, it's kind of up to you to draw the line somewhere. Give as much value as you can for free in the form of the videos you make on your channel. That's basically free value. People can watch those for free. Well, some of them have to watch through YouTube's ads to see them, but that's kind of how that works. And other things, if you want to go in more depth, you can hold back and offer it through coaching. Or if people need more personalized help with whatever it is you're offering, one-on-one coaching is a great way to do it. I've been offering it since last November, and actually it's one of my most favorite parts of what I do. Get to meet people and help them with their, growing their channels or growing a YouTube-based business or whatever it is. I love it. It's great. So yes, definitely, I think that's something you could look into. Steve, going live tomorrow night. Only done it once before. Any advice? Most welcome. Have fun. Have something ready to talk about. Be prepared to go live to nobody, because that happens. Engage with whatever audience members do show up. If they show up in the chat, if you see that there are people watching, encourage them to leave messages in the chat. And when they do, acknowledge them and be thankful and answer their questions or ask them more questions, right? Engage with your audience. That's what I think. Live streams are a brilliant way to grow a channel. That coupled with doing, creating regular videos on a consistent, regular basis, weekly, twice a week, whatever it is a great way to grow a channel. So good luck with that, Steve. Mariella, can I stream live simultaneously from TikTok and YouTube? Or I think you mean to TikTok and YouTube? Yes, you can. Now, having said that, I think you can. I know you can live stream to multiple places. Now, I've never live streamed to TikTok, so I can't speak to that specifically. But you can do that. There's software that'll help you with that. Now, a couple things to think about. If you're using software that's basically running on your computer, like I am, I'm using Ecamm Live. That's software that's on my computer. If I want to live stream to two different places, then I need the bandwidth, the upload bandwidth, to be able to send two streams out at the same time. Okay? And I might just be able to do that. I don't have a fantastic upload speed. I've got 15 megabits per second, and I think I need around 6 to live stream at 1080p, which is what I'm doing here. So as long as I'm the only one live streaming in this house, I should have no trouble. Now, if you think you're close, then keep that in mind. But the other way is if you use a service that's not software on your computer, but like a browser-based service like StreamYard. Okay, StreamYard works differently. You log in to a StreamYard account, and then what happens is you live stream to StreamYard. StreamYard then basically kind of repackages based on whatever you set up in your account. And it then live streams to whoever. So that way you only have to live stream, like upload to one place, and that one place can send it out to multiple places. And I believe TikTok is one that you can live stream to, right? So Facebook, I know you can. But yeah, so there you go. That's how you would do that. John, what is the best way to put a screen up to show what I'm doing, plus keeping my iPhone connected for my face, etc.? Okay, so again, that's going to be software dependent. So if you're talking, wait now, are you even talking about live streaming? Maybe not. Best way to put a screen up to show what I'm doing, plus keeping my iPhone. If you're talking about making a video, then when you record your video, record yourself, right, your face with your phone, and record your screen with software in your computer. So like I'm using a Mac, I can use either OBS or Ecamm Live or even QuickTime to record my computer, record my screen. And I can select which screen. I've got 3 screens here. So I can select which screen I'm going to record. Okay, and if you're on a PC, like a Windows-based PC, you can use, well, you can use OBS again, right? OBS is probably what I'd use. If you have Camtasia as your video editing software, it has a built-in recorder you can use. Okay, so those are ways you can record your screen. Use your, I think you mentioned you want to use your phone to record your face. So yeah, you can do that. And then your audio, you can record. Either you can use the audio on your phone, or if you have a separate mic set up, you can record that. So you could end up with 3 different recordings: your screen, your phone, and your audio. You're then going to bring all those 3 things into your editing program and sync them all up on the audio, and then you edit it all together and make it look like however you want it to look like. So that's how you would do that. If you want to do it live, if I answer this question again now, put up a screen to show. So yeah, if you want to do it live and you're using your phone as your camera, then to share your screen, you would have to set up a scene in Ecamm Live or StreamYard or whatever that has your screen and your camera. So in my case, I'm going to press a button here that's going to show my screen and my camera. So right here, this is a new scene, and it shows my screen, which is here. So I'm sharing my screen. You can see me scroll here. And then my camera is also here, which I can actually move it around in Ecamm Live, or you know, make it bigger or smaller if I just drag the edges like this. Okay, Ecamm makes this pretty easy to do, very customizable. So anyways, and then you can, I mean, some people use Ecamm Live to record a video. They kind of do it live, but they're recording at the same time, and then they end up with a recording at the end, right? So anyways, a bunch of different ways you can handle all of that. Renegade's Garage, can comments be put on screen if you are streaming just from YouTube? No, I don't believe they can. You need extra software to do that. That's one of the main reasons I went to Ecamm Live, because they do that really well. That's what I'm using. StreamYard allows you to do that too. But if you're just streaming directly from YouTube, you're somewhat limited in setting up custom scenes, and you cannot pin comments on screen. I don't know why. I don't know why YouTube doesn't have that built in, but maybe someday they will. Alrighty, what else we got here? I'm right now, I'm just kind of looking to see who's here. I'm looking at the current chat so I don't fall too far behind. There was a question here. My little slice of paradise. Do you think you could speak in front of a crowd of people? Here, let me just here. Or do you find that by not focusing to the thousands of people watching, you can speak without feeling nervous? Here, let me put this up on screen so you guys can all see this too. Where'd it go? Here we go. Do I think I can speak in front of a crowd of people? It's been a long time since I've done that. I'd like to think that I can now, but before I got into this YouTube thing, I would have said no. I mean, I have. Not a big crowd. I have spoken in front of, say, 10, 15, maybe 20 people, like in a past, like in my work life, like when I used to work for somebody else. And this is 25 years ago. But in the last 25 years, no. I mean, I've spoken in front of a whole bunch of kids as a coach, like for curling, like that's a sport here in Canada, for those who don't know what curling is. But that's kids. I find that easier. But yeah, no, a large group of people, I don't know. But it's funny you should bring that up. I've heard a lot of people who are very comfortable doing that, public speaking. They freeze up when trying to make a video in front of a camera with nobody in the room, just the camera. People who are no problem talking in front of 100 people have a problem talking to one camera with no other people around. That blows my mind. But it makes me realize that, well, everybody's different. And yeah, everybody has, I mean, it's what you get used to. Like right now, I'm essentially talking to 119 people right now. I don't see you all. I still see one lens. But really, like if I think about that, and if I put myself in a room, an auditorium with 119 people, I'd probably be really, really nervous. But, you know, who knows? Maybe someday I'll do that. Mariella said, can you tell us how to post a poll on YouTube? I can. And actually, before I tell you how to do that, let's just take a look at this because I posted one today. Let's share this so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Command plus, plus, plus. There we go. Geez, when I do that, all of my screens kind of... Anyway, so yeah, to post a poll, what you do, so here's the live chat, okay? What you do is you come down here to the bottom, and it's this one here. You hit the plus. Now, it may not work for me now because I have one on the go. But if you hit this plus, start a poll, start a Q&A. Answer viewer questions live. I've never done that. I kind of do Q&As, but I've never done this. I don't know what that is. Anyway, you click here, start a poll. And that's what I've done. It's grayed out for me now because I have one running. But as soon as you click that, what'll happen is you'll be able to enter a question and then have up to 4 responses. I wish you could have more than 4 responses, but you can't. You can only have 4. So let's look at this together. So my question was, if I click on this, what's holding you back? All of the above is winning. 35% says all of this. So lack of confidence, lack of skills, I need a harder push. Okay, that's interesting. I just wanted to, just something fun. I don't do that all the time, but okay, so most of you, it's some combination, or it's actually most of you is all of these. A lack of confidence, a lack of skills, I need a harder push. Where I was going with that is, let's go back to regular size here, is just trying to get a sense of what videos I should make next. So yeah, feel free to let me know in the comments.
Did you say...
Wait, now, what's that? Did I lose? Oh no, it's down here. Let me bring this back up here so I can see it. Managing too many windows. I'm going to keep that poll going. Yeah, so anyways, I hope that helps. I think it was Mariella that asked that. There you go. So what else we got? Oh, I see. Oh, Prodigal Aquarius is in here. Welcome and thank you. I can see here that you deleted some messages, so there must have been a spammer in here. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, there you go. Hey, that's how a moderator works. I've got a moderator in here now, and he's helping me out. Love it. All righty. What else we got now? All right. I'm just going to take a quick drink here. And we'll go QQQ, and we'll get back to some that I haven't answered yet. Answered. Here's one from Mariella. What do you think about people contacting you to order their services or on strategies for your channel? I don't think too much of it. Yeah, I don't like that. You know what? I get it. Okay, so lots of people out there trying to make a go of this, trying to make a go of things on YouTube, trying to start up their business. But I think they're going about it the wrong way. If you, it must work. Some people must bite and they get some business that way. But I never respond positively to somebody who I don't know and wasn't referred to me and just kind of reaches out and say, hey, I think your thumbnails suck. I'd like to make them for you. Can I make you a free one just to see what I can, you know what I mean? Or can I edit a minute of your video so you can see how good of an editor I am? Again, it's just not for me. That's not going to work on me. I'm not going to get anybody to do my thumbnails because that's part of what I do. I literally do it in 5 minutes. I make thumbnails. My editing takes a little longer. It could take, it's going to take at least an hour, even my shorter ones, and sometimes many hours if, I'm doing something a little bit different. But I feel like I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Like there'd be certain things I'd want done a certain way. And, never say never. At some point I may get an editor to help me out, but I'm not there yet. I'm not even close to there yet. I feel like if I stopped editing my videos, I'd probably forget how to do it. So I think it's a good skill to have, to edit your own videos. If you start a channel and you start right off the bat by hiring somebody else to do your video editing for you, that's going to turn real expensive real fast. Because it could take a long time to start seeing any income coming from YouTube. And you could be spending thousands. I don't even know what the going rate of a video editor is right now, but I got to say it's got to be at least $100 a video, maybe more, might be less, I don't know. But then, you kind of get what you pay for. Like if I spend 5 hours editing a video, I'm charging $200 an hour for coaching calls. So if I valued my time like that, that's $1,000, 5 hours at $200 an hour. I'm certainly not going to pay somebody that. I wouldn't even pay somebody $100 to edit my video just because it's something I do and I enjoy and I learn by doing. Didn't know how to do it when I started, but that's how you learn, by doing it. And so that's my thought. If I had a company that was into thumbnail design, editing other people's videos. Well, I kind of was. I edit other people's videos as a freelancer through Fiverr. I didn't cold call anybody. I just used Fiverr. I basically advertised my services. People came to me and they would order or not. They'd ask me questions. I'd give them a quote and they'd order or not. That's the way I did that. That's the way I would suggest people try to get business, because I don't think too many of us would, respond positively to emails like that. So anyway, long-winded answer. That's my take. Answering your poll, I am not confident, though I have a lot of skills. I feel my accent is holding me back. I grew up in Africa, but I live in the U.S. So a lot of people are concerned about that. They're concerned about how they sound, whether or not their accent is holding them back. For the most part, I like to think, if I were you, I would think of your accent as a positive. It's a positive thing. It's part of what makes you different, perhaps better than anybody else. Okay? Whatever you're making videos about, I can almost guarantee you there's somebody else making videos about the same thing. Okay? So there's no niches. I don't think there's any niches that haven't been discovered or talked about. So you're going to have competition if you want to think of it that way. So then you got to think, okay, well, how can I make my videos better, different, or whatever? And my answer always to that is you. You are the difference maker. So, people, if they have a choice of who to listen to when, listening to whatever you're talking about, and they have, 5 different people to choose from, some people are going to choose you if you keep putting yourself out there and keep making videos. And for some, it's going to be because of your accent. Okay? There's some things to keep in mind, like speak as clearly as you can, right? So that people can understand what you're saying. And if you're not sure about that, then you can always ask. That actually would be, I think people would respond very positively to that. You could make a video that's all centered around, I want to make videos. I want to speak in English. I grew up in Africa. I've got what I think is a thick accent. And I'm concerned not many people understand what I'm saying. What do you think, guys? Can you understand what I'm saying? And that's a great way to maybe try to engage with your audience. And you'll get some positive feedback, I'm sure of it. People will say, because mostly people who are already there in your channel are there because of you anyways. Okay, so think of it as a positive. Your accent is one of your superpowers. Okay, it's part of who you are. So embrace that. Don't try to fight it. That's my advice. How do I reach an international audience from South Africa? Make videos that they want to see. That's it. You don't have to disclose that you're from South Africa or that you want to target a specific audience in a specific area of the world. Just, if international audience. So let's say, well, use English. I mean, I'm English. So if you want to reach the English-speaking world, wherever, there's many countries that speak English, then speak English. You don't limit yourself to topics that are only applicable to South Africa. You mentioned you're from South Africa. So I don't think that's anything that should, hold you back. There's nothing special you have to do to reach an audience. You just make the videos for the audience you're trying to reach and keep making videos for that audience. YouTube may not get it right the first time or even the first 5 times, 10 times, right? Just keep at it. Keep making content for your audience, and slowly but surely, the right people will start trickling in. Okay, so I hope that helps. I mean, the other thing I just thought about, you could make videos specifically that target certain areas of the world that you're trying to reach. Like, let's say you're trying to reach Canadians. Make a video comparing South Africa to Canada, or to Cape Town to Halifax, right? Things like that. Like something that, maybe people from Nova Scotia might be interested in South Africa, or vice versa. Make videos that people in the other countries would want to watch, basically, is the bottom line. All right, let's take a quick peek at the current, see who's here. Cyberbob City is here, Radiant, Canslaw, the Husky Lab, Rebounding with Cheryl, Sheila Grace, Catherine's still here, William Tucker, Ron Durant Photography is a channel member. Welcome. Last time, oh, you're trying to ask a question. I'm not answering it, so I'll go right to the bottom. Here we go. So just so everybody's aware, when you ask a question, it may take a half an hour or an hour before I get to it. So you have to be patient, or you can watch it on the replay if you're unable to stick around. I just can't get to everybody's questions, but I will answer this question as soon as I acknowledge Catherine, who just gave a super chat. Thank you so much, Catherine. I really appreciate that. And she says, thank you for all you do, Rob. I've learned so much from you, and as a result, my channel is slowly growing. That's fantastic, Catherine. That's awesome. I see your channel growing. I see your posts, right? So that's awesome. And you're an active member of the community. I've seen you in other people's live streams too. So that's awesome. And let that be some advice to the rest of you too. Drop in on other channels, like within your niche. Like reach out to some other people who are doing what you're doing. Don't think so. I've met a lot of people while doing this. Many of whom I consider good friends now. I'm meeting lots of friends. I'm dropping in on their live streams. They're dropping in on mine, and it's just fun. And I'm seeing a lot of the same people in my live streams and their live streams. And I highly encourage any of you to do that. And I think you'll find it rewarding, as I think you do, Catherine. I see you in several other people's. So anyway, thank you again. Now, Canslaw had a question. Last time, why doesn't my green screen button show on my Moto G Pure Android phone live stream anymore? Used to work, but has vanished. I'm drawing a blank. That to me I don't know. Okay, so first of all, I'm not an Android user. I use an iPhone. I don't know what you mean by Moto G Pure. Is that a type of Android phone? Green screen button. Yeah, you know what? I'm drawing a blank. I'm assuming that phone has the ability to remove your background in real time and put a green screen behind you. That's kind of cool if it does. Yeah, I don't know. If I were you, I would either find a YouTube or reach out to the phone company or do a YouTube search on that phone. and ask that very question in the YouTube search, or even ChatGPT might be able to help. So I hope that helps. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm not able to answer that one. Look, I think he got a little annoyed with me. I'm sorry. I apologize. But yeah, I skip over a lot of questions, bouncing back and forth between current and so let's go back to one I haven't answered yet. Answered that. Hope's Homemade Kitchen. Do you think it is important to do shorts to help drive viewers to a channel mostly doing long form? Aren't they different kinds of viewers? So, do I think it is important to do shorts? No. Aren't they different kinds of viewers? Yes. So, there's your short answer. What I do have some shorts on my channel, but they are not necessary. In fact, for those of you who know who Kevin Colby is, he's another creator like myself. He makes similar content to mine, helping people with YouTube. I saw a video, or maybe it was a live or something, where he said he's deleted all the shorts off his channel. He just doesn't. He doesn't make them anymore. I think he did, but he's deleted them all, and it's just not part of his strategy. The only reason I do them, well, the way I do them, I haven't done them for a few months, and the last time I did them, I just took one of my well-performing long-form videos, and I uploaded it to Opus Clip. That's like an AI-based short-form content creator, Opus Clip, and press a button and boom. Well, boom takes 15 minutes, but in 15 minutes it creates automatically with captions 10 to 20 shorts from that long-form video. It's repurposed content, but it's my own content, and it's edited, right? Some spaces are removed, and it has tools where I can go in and edit it further. But I don't really. Like, I'll go through 20. I might pick out 3 or 4 that I think are pretty good. I'll download them, and then I'll upload them to YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels. Okay? That's all I've ever done with Shorts. Do they... wow, the super chats. I'll get to you guys. Thank you very much. They are different audiences. Okay? Having said that, though, I do see some value in having shorts basically for additional branding. That's the way I look at it. So some people who watch long-form videos, perhaps sometimes, at the end of the day, they're upstairs, the TV's on or whatever, and they're just relaxing and they're scrolling through shorts, right? It'd be kind of cool if, during the day, maybe they're watching some of my videos, but if a short of mine popped up. Okay, branding, a reminder, hey, Rob the Maritimer is still making videos, right? So that's really the only reason I do it. Other people will do it because shorts is their thing, right? They're good at making shorts. They're good at making shorts that generate thousands and thousands and thousands and millions of views, because you need millions of views to make any amount of decent money with shorts. Unlike long form, you don't, like if I'm making $7 per 1,000 long form videos, I think I'm making maybe 5 cents per 1,000 short form. So anyway, I need to acknowledge a couple people here. Steve, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Steve, for the super chat. Let me find it here and pop it up here. Steve says, just a thank you for everything and being so generous last week. I'm going to sign up for a one-on-one coaching session. Awesome, Steve. I really appreciate that. I thought you might have a question, but again, many thanks. Many thanks. And yeah, looking forward to chatting with you. That'd be cool. And also a big thank you to Bugie Reacts Entertainment. I hope I said that right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Just showing support. Any tips on doing lives using mobile device like a tab or a phone, not in the studio with a PC? Also, what of a channel dedicated to shorts? Have seen some people do that. So your first question first. Tips on doing lives using a mobile phone. Tips. Okay, so I've done it a few times now. I've gone live with my cell phone, with my iPhone, and I had troubles doing it with just the YouTube app. So I downloaded a program called Prism Live, Prism Live. It's free, and it just worked better. I still, scheduled it ahead of time back in my office here that I was going to do it, but then, an hour before I went live or half an hour before I went live, I grabbed my phone and my mic and actually an iPad, and I went out to the beach and I live streamed from my phone. So some tips. Bring your reading glasses if you normally need reading glasses, because the chat is going to be on your phone, and for me, I have to be up close to see it. So there's that. Make sure your phone is fully charged. So I think I went live for 90 minutes, and I want to say that used almost half of my phone's battery, because my phone was running Prism Live streaming via the mobile phone system, but it was also allowing my iPad to get internet connection from my phone. And the reason I did that is I was using the iPad to read the chats, because the iPad, where is it? Here it is. The iPad is bigger, so I was able to, read the chats on this and set the phone up further away. Okay. Something else very important to consider is the mobile phone connection speed. I would download an app to your phone, like speedtest.net by Ookla. That's the one I use, but I think there's others. I know there's others. And do a test. Like, just do a quick little test. What kind of download and upload speed are you getting? And you want your upload speed to be over 10 megabits per second. And where I live stream, it was like 40 or 50. So it was fantastic. So make sure you have good upload connection where you want to do it, and have fun. There you go. And thank you once again for the super chat. Really appreciate it. All right, how are we doing? How's everybody doing? Anybody else getting upset that I'm missing your questions? I don't mean to pick on him. I'd be frustrated too. Okay. Yeah, oh, the other thing is too, if anybody wants to answer anybody else's questions here while I'm obviously not able to answer them all, feel free. That's all part of the community building, isn't it? All right. Here I am. Okay. How do I get people interested in my content? I'm not even getting views. How do I promote, or do I? Do not promote it. And when I hear the word promote, I think of two things. I think of one, the official way that you can do it through YouTube. You can promote your video, basically pay money for views. Don't do that unless you have a product that you're trying to specifically advertise and offer for sale, and you think you can get a return on that promotion investment. Okay, that would be the only reason. And even then, I think I would probably only do that on another channel, not your main channel that you're trying to grow organically. So don't do that. The other one is promoting by buying subscribers and views from a third party. 100% do not ever do that. Not only will it not work and result in the organic growth of your channel being stunted for probably a long time, but it's also against the rules with YouTube, and if they catch you, they could delete your account. So there's that. And also, in both those cases, promoted, like, views that you get from those promotions don't count. Like, the watch hours don't count towards getting monetized. So, like, why would you do that? Yes, subscribers will stick around, and that will count towards your 1,000, but I mean, what good is that? What good is a subscriber if they're not a real subscriber and they're not really, they only subscribed because, they watched one of your videos that, you paid them to watch, basically. But to answer your question, and I see another super chat, I'll get to you in a second, Angela. Thank you. How do I get people interested in your content? It's patience, and it's making videos for the people you're trying to reach. And that's why it becomes so important to target a very specific audience. Niche, some people say, but better way to put it is a specific audience, specific people, like a specific type or group of people. So like if you make one video for a group of people, your next video should also be for that same group of people and not off on a tangent making something else. And here's where some people get upset with me and say, but I want to be able to make whatever I want. Well, you can make whatever you want if you're okay with not growing your channel, right? If you want to grow your channel organically, which is the best way to do it, that's what you have to do. You have to start small, like narrow at a specific group of people. As you get rolling, you can start to venture outside of that and start talking about other things. As you get a large enough following, at some point you'll reach kind of a critical mass where you could probably talk about whatever you want to talk about, and your existing, or a good portion of your existing viewers will listen to whatever you have to say. But you got to get there first. And you start with something you're passionate about and you can talk about endlessly, basically. And then yeah, make videos about that, and then just keep making a bunch of videos on that and try to get better with every new video is what I would suggest. And now I just want to acknowledge Angie. Thank you so much. I don't know what that is. That's just, that's a good job, a little cartoon. That must be a super thanks, not a super chat, I guess. Thank you, Angela. I really appreciate that. All right. How's everybody doing? Let's hear another question. Super Ager Saga, welcome. Good to see you again. I'm posting my first video tomorrow, but haven't finished the header page. What am I getting? Why am I getting subscribers without posted video? 42. 42 subscribers and you don't have a video up? That's a good question. I don't know. But to answer your question, or your first part of what you said, I wouldn't worry too much about your channel banner yet. If you're posting your first video, you don't need a channel banner up yet. You know, in time, you should probably put one up there, even if it just says your name or whatever. And use Canva to make that. If you're using Canva or whatever software you're using to make your thumbnails, and hopefully you are making thumbnails and not just letting YouTube pick them, because they don't tend to pick very good ones. But if you make, so most people, I shouldn't say most people that I come in contact with use Canva to make their thumbnails. That's what I use. And if that's what you use, then use that also to make your channel banner. And any other graphics you want to put in your videos. Evening from the UK, 6 months in, 141 subs, but majority are through paid ads and family and friends. Have I ruined my channel? Should I restart? 141 subs, most are through paid ads. That's scary. And family and friends? Yeah, you know, I guess maybe depends on how many videos you have. You know, 141 subs, you're just really getting started. You may want to, because you don't want to buy ads. And you don't really want your family and friends to be the ones that subscribe to your channel, because they're probably not your intended audience. I mean, maybe they are, but 99% of the time they aren't. Yeah, so you might want to consider starting a new channel and just keeping it on the down low. Like, don't tell people about it. Might be a better way forward. And you can repost, you know, some videos you put on this channel. I'd delete them off of this channel first before you put them up on a new channel. But yeah, you might want to rethink your strategy. Do you get to keep 100% of the super chats? No, I do not. So the way that works is YouTube pays me 70% and they keep 30%. Okay, so that's the way that works. That's super chats, super thanks, and I believe memberships. That's all the same. But the ad share, like the revenue share for ads, for the full monetization, YouTube pays me 55% and they keep 45%. Okay, so that's how all that works. Time for a drink break. Almost an hour gone already. Hey, I notice you don't wear headphones. How do you monitor audio in your live streams? You know what? The way I do it is so That's the best way to put this. It's because of the microphone I use. I use a microphone up here, and I'll show it to you. So this is what I see. Okay, so here I am, and that is what I see. Okay, so there's a screen that I'm sharing. There's my main monitor. Here's my MacBook. There's my camera. There is my microphone. Okay, that is a shotgun mic that is run through that audio interface, the Scarlett 2i2. Okay, so that's the mic that I'm using. All right, now come back. So because it's a shotgun mic, it only picks up what's directly in front of it. Like if I move and if I talk over here, I'm probably really quiet right now, and now I'm louder, and now I'm quieter. Okay, now I'm louder. I hope that test worked. But yes, because it's a shotgun mic and it only picks up from here, it's not picking up much of what's behind it. And my speakers are behind it. I forgot to point those out. Well, you can see them now. There's a speaker there, and there is the other speaker right there. Okay, so they're behind the mic. So I guess bottom line is, if I turned my speakers way up, then there would be some feedback into the mic. If my mic was one of those Shure SM7B, those the popular podcasting mics, or any mic that picks up from everywhere, then I wouldn't be able to have my speakers on at all, because the sound of them would go into the mic, and there's the feedback loop, and there'd be echo like crazy, right? So that's why I'm able to do it. It's because of the shotgun mic. And I don't have my speakers up very loud at all. Like, it's fairly low, so it doesn't pick them up. Shotgun mic is great because it won't pick things up like dog barking, lawns being mowed outside, like things like that, vacuum cleaner going. None of that gets picked up by this mic, so that's great. My daughter playing her bass guitar 2 rooms over doesn't get picked up by this mic. Living in a love bubble. Cute name. In my first week, just posted my first YouTube short. How can I include a clickable link so the viewer can easily be directed to my full-length video? I think you can do that directly in YouTube Studio. Let's go take a look. So here's no, that's not my YouTube Studio. This is my YouTube Studio. Let's go to Content. Let's go to Shorts. Okay, so, and here we go. My last one, okay, May 14th was my last short. So if I go in here, Details, okay, so you've got your title, you got your description. Now, I can't remember where this is. Let's find it. There it is right there, Related Video. Why everyone's getting monetized. So click here and pick the video that you want to be the main video that people can click to from your short. That's where you do it. All right. I hope that helps. That was a quick one. Let me go back here. Hope that helps. Yes, as a reminder, anybody has questions, put your QQQ there, and hopefully I'll get to it. Rob, what's your view on filming in public, such as people in the background on a crowded beach or busy streets? So it's allowed. It's a public place. I mean, maybe it's different in different countries, but here in Canada, public spaces are for everybody, anybody. So, if people are there, then, they could get filmed, right? You probably can't film people on their own private property. I don't know exactly what the rule is there, but it's not something that I've done, so it's not something I've had to look into. But my view on it is more, it's more inward focused. I personally have issues with filming in public only because it just makes me nervous. That's all. That takes practice, and it's still something I want to get out and do more of. I did make a video at Peggy's Cove a month or so ago, and that was interesting. There were, tourists around walking by me while I was trying to film a video, and I had my tripod set up, 2 of them actually. And, it was a little bit nerve-wracking. I planned to go downtown Halifax on the waterfront and make a video, walk and talk while I'm walking on the waterfront, on the boardwalk. And there's going to be a ton of people there. So I just haven't done it yet because I'll be nervous doing it. But there's nothing I have to worry about in terms of, are the things that I can't film. I guess there's something like try not to film kids, and also try not to capture license plates, right? Things like that, or addresses. If you want to be mindful of people's privacy, things like that. But if you're walking on a trail and somebody happens to walk by you while you're filming, and you end up catching them, they end up in the video. There's nothing against the law about that. So but it's more, if I see someone coming and I'm about to pass them, I just stop talking and I put my camera down and I walk past them and then I pick it up and keep going. So those are my thoughts on that. Is it okay or wise to make my first video as a commercial about who I am and what I'm doing on YouTube? Absolutely. I think that's a great idea. An introduction video, basically. If you want to do that, I wouldn't make it too long. And that could be one that you pin on your homepage, your YouTube channel homepage, for anybody who drops in on your channel. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Okay, I tried that. I did that. Did that. I answered that. Oh, am I falling a little bit behind there? And I answered that. Things are showing up more than once. Let's see what's going on in the main chat. The Farrier Trails. How are you, Rob? I'm great, thanks. How are you? I'm fantastic. All right, let's find some more questions. Let's go to the most recent QQQ, and we'll go up now. Can you republish your videos on another channel owned by you? Planning to do a podcast with my son. Would be great to publish on both of our channels. Is that possible? I guess it's possible. I mean, YouTube doesn't love duplication, so you might want to try to make them slightly different in some way, right? Maybe a different intro, or a different way of putting name tags down at the bottom with the speakers. That's probably what I would do. Or maybe even take turns. One post one week, and then the next week the other person posts, and you link back and forth. Might be a better way to do that. Why can't I see viewers' comments on my channel? I don't know. Why can't you see comments? There's comments there, but you just can't see them. So if you've hidden people, right, then their comments will no longer show up on your channel, on any of your videos. All comments from that person that you've hidden will basically be gone, except for the person who made the comment will still be able to see it, but you won't, and nobody else will. So that's the first thing that kind of popped into my head. So I hope that, I don't know if that answers your questions though. Why can't I see viewers' comments on my channel? Yeah, I don't know. That's all I can really think of. Let's see. Hi, Rob. What editing software do you use? I use Camtasia. Camtasia by TechSmith is the parent company. They started out as a screen capturing and tutorial making software, but a long time ago. But they're now basically a full-blown video editing software, and I think it's the easiest one to learn. And I'm making a course on it right now. That's how I started this channel. Was I made a lot of how-to videos on how to edit videos with Camtasia. So it's what I know, it's what I use. Could a moderator hide or delete the QQQ comments so they don't catch your eye again? It might help streamline your searches. Yeah, I'm not sure. So moderators can delete comments. Yes, they can put people in timeout if they're spamming, and they can delete or hide people as well. So yeah, they certainly could. Rob, you do a mixture of studio and out and about videos. What do you prefer doing? I feel far more comfortable outdoors, but I'm lucky to live quite remote, so nobody around. Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I'm around 20 to 30 minutes outside of Halifax. It's fairly rural here, but fairly close to a city, so it's kind of best of both worlds. But what do I prefer doing? Probably outside. I mean, as you probably noticed, I have a kind of a favorite spot I like to go to on the hill, not 2 kilometers from here. I like to go up on that hill there where I know there's nobody, and I've got a kind of a bird's eye view of the area. I like that area. So that's where I go. I'm comfortable. Now, when I do film that way, I basically use these 2 things, like a selfie stick, and I will usually write down notes on a cue card that I'll keep in my pocket, and I'll refer to them if I have to. The last video I made, I referred to these quite a bit, like 2-sided, that's probably too many notes, but whereas if I make a video in the studio here in my office, I can tape bullet points to my tripod, and then I don't have to hold anything. I can just sit down and kind of lean in on the camera. So I don't know if I probably prefer the outside ones more. I like being outside, and it gets, I'm inside editing all the time, or researching, or, surfing YouTube. So it's good to get outside every once in a while. So I probably prefer those. Can you share maybe at a later video your current setup? I've actually got a few videos of my setup on my channel. So already done that. I did one just like a week or 2 ago. So that might help. Forgot my QQQ above. Okay. Oh, I found it. If I ask AI to write a new channel description, keeping same niche to increase my SEO, will it put me back to square one with the algorithm? No. Write a new channel description? I don't even think that matters that much. Your channel description, I don't see that as being all that important. That's only important for people who want to, learn more about you, basically. Each of your videos will stand on their own, okay? Doesn't matter what your channel description is, or what your channel banner looks like, or how many videos are on your channel. None of that matters. When you post a video, that video, yes, it's going to be tested with your existing subscribers first, right? Which is why it's good if, all your videos are targeting the same as your previous videos, because that's why your previous videos are why your subscribers subscribe to you. So that'll increase the chances that people will, when you come up with a new video, people will want to watch it, right? They'll want to click, driving your CTR up. They'll want to watch all of your video, driving your average view duration up, right? So every video stands alone. I wouldn't worry too much about your channel description at all. If you want to rewrite it, go for it. Can moderators see who is on their lives? Only if they enter a chat. Okay, so right now I notice there's 157 people in here, but I don't know, I don't see a list of all their names. There's no way not even after the fact, there's no way to find that out. Best I can do is download a copy of the live chats and go through that and see who was participating in the live chat. But that's as far as that goes. All right, going up further. Oh, another question from the same person, Elena. Elena? Can I film kids on my private property? I teach kids. Can I film and do ads on my Facebook or YouTube? Can I film kids on my private property? I teach kids. Can I film and do ads on my Facebook or YouTube? I mean, if you're going to have kids in any of your videos identifiable, like if they're in the background and it's kind of blurry and you can't really tell who it is, I wouldn't worry about it. But if you have kids on your private property, like maybe they're kids of friends or something, I would ask those friends permission first. That's what I would do. If they were, even if they're on my private property, I would still, well, I probably wouldn't film them. But if I wanted to, for whatever reason, I would ask permission. That's the way I would handle that. As far as what the law says, I don't really know, and it's probably different depending on where you live. But yeah, that's how I would handle that. Are those Rocket speakers? Yes, they are. KRK Rocket 5s, I want to say they are. I've had them for 4 or 5 years now. They work great. They sound awesome. If I wanted it to get loud in here, I can make it loud. Melissa, could you do a video showing everything you just showed us on how to set up and do a live stream? Yes, and I've said that before, that I'm working on that, and that is on my list to do, how to do a live stream. Keep in mind, though, that everything I've got going on here, I don't need to do a live stream. You need a camera, a microphone, and a computer. That's it. Or a phone if you want to go live on a mobile device. There's a requirement by YouTube. If you want to go live on your phone, you need 50 subscribers to be able to do that. But if you want to go live on your computer using software, or even using YouTube or Ecamm or whatever, there's no requirement for there's no minimum number of subscribers that you need. So there you go. But yeah, you don't need 3 screens. I do recommend 2 screens if you want to share your screen, right? If you ever want to do like what I did here, press a button and have, be able to share my screen, I would have a separate screen for that, because one screen's got Ecamm and all that stuff on it. Like if I show you here, that's all, everything on there is Ecamm. Okay, so we've got all the chats are here that I can click and show them on the screen. I've got my audio levels up here. This is where I build my scenes. These are the overlays in each scene. Here's where I launch a Zoom meeting if I wanted to bring people into this. So that, and that's a preview of what's going on. Ooh, that's kind of Inception-like, isn't it? So that is all on that screen. So because of that, if I didn't have an extra screen, it'd be hard to share a screen, right? So I share this one by pressing a button over here on, right here. Which one? Screen plus me, right there. Press that and then it pops up. Okay, the Stream Deck also makes it handy. That's that little thing with the buttons that I just showed you, the Stream Deck. Any scene you create in Ecamm, you can map to a button on the Stream Deck. Okay, you can also map things like sound effects, little videos you want to play, like the super chat that I play, right? I've got a button for that. If I didn't have the Stream Deck, I would simply have to click it on, I'd have to click the scene on Ecamm, which is quite a bit smaller. I just got to lean in and I can't even see where it is. But anyway, yeah, the Stream Deck makes that a whole lot easier. I am splitting off my weight loss content to a new channel. Can I repost the weight loss videos that I should move onto my new channel? Yes, but what I would do is delete them off your existing channel first. Delete them off the existing channel so that there'd be no trouble with YouTube thinking you're just, uploading duplicate copies of a video, and then have it exist on the new channel. Keep in mind that any views or watch hours or any of that stuff that belonged to that video that you're going to delete, they'll be gone from that channel too. And then you'll be starting from scratch on the new channel. But yeah, that's the way I would handle that. Let's see what else we got here. How's everybody doing? Oh, I just saw she needs a release. Where is that? That was something in relation to the kids. I wanted to post that. Monkey Wrench. She needs a release for those kids. I've worked with kids photography and video. She absolutely needs permission to film somebody else's kids. There you go. There's your answer. Now, again, it may depend on where you live. So I don't know if that's a U.S.-based law or, but that's a good place to start. I would start with assuming you need a release and then maybe dig into it a little bit further. But thank you for that, Monkey Wrench. That's great. Great follow-up. All righty. Let's go back. Let's put in QQQ again. Oh, Todd. Another super chat. Thank you, Todd. I appreciate that, Todd. Thank you so much. Let's pop that up on the screen here. Advice: just start your YouTube channel. Don't wait. Rob advised me the same, and my Pompano Beach Vibes channel is doing great thanks to Rob's advice, and I am grateful. Doing what I love and growing. That's great to hear, Todd. That's great. Awesome. Awesome. Keep making videos, and that's great advice. Whoever gave you that advice, they must know what they're talking about. Rock the Dots is here. How you doing, Rock the Dots? Good to see you. Alan's got another question. For a long time, I was getting between 500 to 1,000 views, then suddenly now getting around only 50 views, staying on same niche. What happened? Who knows? It's hard to know, but things don't stay the same. You gotta change. Like, it's funny. As soon as you think you found the winning formula and you just got to make more videos like that, and you just get comfortable making videos like that, you know, that's when things will change. And then all of a sudden things will drop off. It's like, what happened? I'm not doing anything different. Well, what happened is you're not doing anything different. So, you know, things change. People, you know, what people like to watch changes. You know, maybe things are stagnating within your channel, and your viewers, you know, maybe they're ripe for a different kind of video from you. So it's a really good idea to every once in a while change it up, like make a different kind of video. Your viewers will appreciate that, and you may get a bump in your viewers. More people may watch a video if you make a slight change and make it a different way than you have been making. So that would be my, without knowing too much, that would be my my best guess of what to do. But good luck with that. All righty. Please do a video on the waterfront in Halifax. I love your walk and talk videos. Yeah, so there's an example. There's an example of changing things up. I think if I were to do a walk and talk on the waterfront in Halifax, provided the content I'm talking about is good, okay, you can't forget that. The content always has to be good. But provided it's something that you guys would like me to talk about, if I did it in a slightly different location, like downtown Halifax or on the waterfront, something new to see, right? I suspect that video would do better than, you know, the videos leading up to it, right? Like people get, I don't want to say people get bored, but that's kind of what I mean. Like, if you keep throwing the same things at people all the time, like if I only ever made videos in my chair here in my office, which is how I started making these videos where I'm talking to the camera, if I never got out of that chair, I don't think my channel would be where it is today. Right? I started making I started a year ago, making videos in that chair, talking to the camera, and I had one video do really well. It took me up over 20,000 subscribers, right? But then, you know, I kept making videos there in that chair, and the views came down and down and down and down. And then I would do some tutorial videos. Oh, something new. That's cool. Yeah. Then I went outside, and another little spike up. Oh, this is something different. Rob's outside now. Wow, look at how green those trees are, right? For, say, people living near a desert or in Arizona where, you know, there aren't as many green trees, and their landscape is more, you know, rocks, like red rocks, desert, that kind of thing, which to me is gorgeous because I'm not used to seeing that, right? So, yeah, I get outside, show people where you live, what it looks like. And also, if you're walking around, I know I'm getting off topic here, but if you're walking around while you're making a video, one of the reasons why I think that's better than just sitting in your office or in a chair or just stationary, if you're walking around, the scenery behind you is changing all the time. So there's less need for B-roll, okay? Less need for B-roll. If I'm just sitting in a chair and talking to the camera for 20 minutes, that had better be very good content, very engaging, or I'm going to lose people. And if I feel like I'm going to lose people, that's when I have to start thinking about maybe I should put some B-roll in here, right? And that's one way to keep people, or some fancy text going up on the screen. Maybe I slide over to the side and then some text appears here, you know, a little animation and all that. You got trying to make it interesting. You don't really have to do that as much if you're outside walking around, or even if you're standing outside, but you know, a slow rotation every once in a while so your scenery is changing, right? That's just something else. I mean, again, your content has to be good, but that's just something that helps. So yeah, I think if I were to do a video in Halifax, I just have to get over my fear of, I don't even know if it's a fear. It's more of an embarrassment probably, or maybe that's not even the right word. Just an uncomfortableness of talking to my camera with other people around, right? So, you know, but I'm trying to tell you guys to step out of your comfort zone, so I best do it myself too, right? All right. Oh, Aussie English with Steph is here, and she says, bye, Rob. I missed you. Good to see you, Steph. Prodigal Aquarist. Can only see what you see, but can't delete messages or time out people for up to 24 hours. Okay. Very good. Yeah, you probably know more about this moderating stuff than I do. So good. Good to have you as a moderator. Whose was it? It was somebody else's channel. You were doing who was doing a live stream, and you were a moderator on theirs, and I recognized you. Said, okay, no, you can moderate mine too. That's why I reached out. I can't remember. Was that Ty? It might have been Ty. Included video. Sorry, I've included bloopers in my video going out tomorrow. First time I felt confident enough to do that. Awesome, Steve. I hope that works out for you. Did you have as much fun doing that as I do? I have a lot of fun making those. Peace out. Have to switch to a work meeting. Hi, everyone. Been listening in the background, but inspiring hearing everyone's journey. Awesome. She should get a release waiver. Okay. Yeah. I think that's the consensus. Suffer Well, just started my channel this week. I have made about 5 videos already. Awesome. Great job. The videos are faceless using B-roll and a script I write. I will switch to speaking to camera. Good strategy? It's a good strategy to start with. I think so, yeah. A lot of people are uncomfortable speaking to the camera, looking at the camera and filming themselves. And, you know, if you need to just do voiceovers and not show yourself on camera in the beginning, to get comfortable with the whole idea of making videos and editing videos, then start there. But if your main goal is to eventually get in front of the camera yourself, I think that's a great goal to have, and go for it. Hey Rob, I'm curious, how do you monetize your channel? Through a paid community or something else? So I don't have a paid community right now. I'm looking at a couple of different things, but what I do is, so my channel's monetized through YouTube because I have more than 1,000 subscribers, more than 4,000 watch hours in the last year. So for that, I earn through the YouTube Partner Program. But aside from that, I also do one-on-one coaching, Zoom calls. People can sign up for a 1-hour Zoom call with me, and I'll help them with whatever they need help with, whether it's editing or confidence or specific things about how YouTube works, or, you know, review their videos, review their channel, review their strategy, review their business plan, whatever. So there's that, the coaching. There's a mentorship program that I offer, which is basically enhanced coaching, several coaching calls packaged together, plus DMs and video and thumbnail reviews between calls. And then courses. I've got a few courses, 2 courses that I offer for sale right now, and working on another. So, and I got some other things on the go. Paid membership, maybe in the future when I have more to offer, but not as of right now. Group coaching, I don't do yet either. Maybe in the future. Actually, I'd be interested to know if that's something people would be interested in. I feel like these live streams are kind of like group coaching. On a larger scale, 156 people in here now. So if I were to offer group coaching, it would be at a smaller scale. So then maybe there would be more value. Like you wouldn't want to, you know, join a group coaching session with 150 people in where I can't get to everybody's questions, right? So have to think a little bit more about that. But I'd be interested in your guys' input too, if that's something I should look at. I would get written content from those kids' parents. I sign one for my daughter's school and softball league. Very good. Yep, no, that would be smart. Lindsay's here. How you doing, Lindsay? Good to see you. Mixed feelings about making videos at the moment. Feeling a bit down, if I'm completely honest. I get that. I get that. It's hard sometimes. It's hard sometimes. You know, there's a lot of things to it. There's a lot of skills to learn. There's a lot. I mean, you probably have the skills. But yeah, sometimes you just don't feel like it. My advice, Lindsay, would be just to not push it, I guess. Like, don't force it. If you're not feeling it, give it a break, right? You do something else that you want to do for a while and take a little bit of a break. I've got to do that sometimes. Just step away for a bit and take a break. Maybe regroup, recharge. Just not think about work for a while, yeah, and then when you're ready, you can get back to it then. The good thing about YouTube is there's no real timetable. Like, you can say, oh, I want to be able to make 2 videos a week. And then if you start, falling away from that and you're only doing 1, and then you're struggling to do 1, then, you might get down on yourself. But really, what's the worst that can happen if you miss a week or 2 or 3? Nothing. Right? If your audience subscribed to you for a reason, and they'll be there when you're ready to post again. So anyway, I hope that helps. That's the way I would approach that. And let that be a lesson to anybody, everybody out there. Taking breaks is okay. It's not like a 9-to-5 job where you have to show up all the time, right? So yeah, good luck with it. How do you go live but show pre-recorded videos like they do sometimes? I'll see channels just going live but replaying all their old videos. How does one do that? Probably a couple different ways. The way I would do it is I would share my screen and play my old videos on my channel. I would share my screen like this and my channel, and I would click a video, and I might even go full screen, sharing the video. Okay. How do we get out of this now? There we go. That's the way I would do it, but there's other ways. Depending on the software that you use, you might be able to load the video up into the software. I know in StreamYard you can do that. Ecamm Live, I believe you can do that. I've never done that. I just do it the way I just showed you. But yeah, that's what I would do. She needs a... Okay, yeah, I saw that one already. That's me. I have no issue speaking to hundreds of people, but talking to the camera isn't the same. That's right. That's right. Anyone can see who is actively participating in the chats on YouTube. That's right. The 3 dots at the top right of the chat screen. Click that and participants. Oh, look at that. I've never done that before. Cool, I've learned something today. Sean Manaher, welcome new crew member. Welcome, Sean, newest crew member. For those who don't know, if you join the channel, you're called a crew member, and you'll get a little anchor beside your name, and your name will be bold. I mean, those are all fun, yay, all that stuff. But what you actually get is every 2 weeks, I put on what I call a doc party. It's an extra live stream on Wednesdays just for channel members. So I think we might have had 15 to 20 people in last Wednesday's live stream, members live stream. So I get to answer everybody's questions. And it's a little less formal. Well, not that this is formal, but anyway, a little more intimate, I guess. Smaller, much smaller group. So welcome. Next Wednesday will be the next one. Sean, hope to see you there. Any advice on how to protect ourselves from any legal actions? Okay, so this would be something that would be dependent on where you live, probably, and what laws are applied to you. I'm in Canada. In Canada, I guess the obvious way, and I think it's the same in the U.S. if that's where you are. or in most European countries too, or New Zealand, Catherine, if you're still here, is to set up an incorporated business, or an LLC, I believe they call it, in just about every other country but Canada. Here it's just called an incorporated business, and you put an LTD or Inc. after your company name. That means, it's an incorporated business. It's treated almost as its own entity, like not a person. So that's what I've done. I have a business set up and I own the business. It's the business that could get sued if it does anything, warranting getting sued. But personally, I'd be protected from that, right? Because, so this isn't really me doing this. I'm working for my business right now, if that makes sense. So yeah, I guess my advice would be look into setting up and like incorporating yourself, or setting up an incorporated business. All righty, let's see what else we got here. Lots more chats coming in. Is there any music restrictions doing shorts? Well, I believe you have access to the library, YouTube's library, when you're making shorts. And I've heard that the library that they make available to you when you're making shorts can be different than the library available to you when you're making long-form videos, okay? But either way, I've never even used either of them because I have an Epidemic Sound subscription. So any music that I can get from Epidemic Sound, I'm good to use on YouTube longs or shorts. Okay, so my advice would be to either use what YouTube allows you to use for free, or get a subscription with a reputable company like Epidemic Sound, or Storyblocks is another one. Audio with 2 eyes is another one. There's several. I like Epidemic Sound. I have a link to them down below with a discount, I think, if you guys are interested. I forget what that... Oh yes, enter code ROB50 for 50% off your first 2 months after the 30-day free trial, right? So Epidemic Sound, if you use my link below, you'll get a 30-day free trial, but I think everybody gets that. But my coupon code will give you 50% off your first 2 months after that. If you're interested, thanks for the opportunity for me to plug that. Will it be a problem if I only can make like 5 to 7 videos per year? I make sculptures and it takes a long time to finish one. A problem in what way? If you want to grow a channel, then yeah, I don't think that's enough. It depends on what your goal is. Is your goal to grow a channel, or is your goal to, like maybe you have a, sorry, what did you say? A sculpture. If you have a sculpture business, that's probably more important than your, than your video, your YouTube videos. 5 to 7 videos a year is not very many. I might look at, if you did want to grow your channel and grow it into something, I would try to figure out a way to make more videos than that. If you're thinking along, I believe you're thinking along the lines of, if you're only making 5 to 7 sculptures in a year, you can only make 5 to 7 videos, like 1 video per sculpture. Try to think bigger than that. Like, there's probably several opportunities per sculpture to make a video, like a setup video, I don't even know. I'm not even going to pretend to know what's involved in sculpturing. Yeah, that's what I would do. If you want to grow a channel and maybe earn an income from it, if that's what you want to do, then I don't think 5 to 7 videos, unless they are absolutely phenomenal videos, like, like way over the top, something that everybody needs to see. I can't even really think of an example, but I do know there are channels out there that only have a handful of videos and they've gotten millions of views, okay? They have to be absolutely phenomenal. And if it takes you that long to make a video, perhaps because the video is so involved, if it's a good one, then it could do well. It could do well. I guess I wasn't thinking along those lines because I don't put that kind of effort into my videos. Did I say that out loud? But you know what I mean? Like, I make videos at a pace where I could be making 4 to 5 a week if that's all I was doing. Yeah. But if you're looking at doing something different, then then maybe it'll work for you. All right. What else we got? Oh, the Dirt Princess, new crew member. Welcome, Dirt Princess. Welcome. Next dock party is next Wednesday. Hope to see you there. Lego Tours is in the house. Hello, Lego. How you doing? Talia has a question. Oh, wait now. I'm looking at two different signs here, or chats here. Real Talk with JJ. Rob, do you make a full income with your business and YouTube? I do now, yes. I'm going to say the last several months, basically from the start of this year on, well, probably from last, I mean, it depends on what you define as a full income. I've never made a video where I actually disclose exactly how much I'm making. I've made videos on how much I make through YouTube alone, and I actually am working on an update video to that, which will be my first full year monetized. I got monetized at the end of May, so essentially June 1st, 2024. So I'm going to make a video that basically shows, how many videos I made, how many impressions, how many, watch hours, and break it down by month, and how much I earned every month for that whole 12-month period. But yeah, no, now I am. It's a full-time income. When I add, so take that. That is anywhere from $2,500 to $3,500 US per month just from YouTube. And then add to that the coaching, right? Coaching and selling the courses together would be more than I'm making from YouTube. Okay. And then I've done a couple brand deals and making money as an affiliate for Amazon for Epidemic Sound, things like that. So, if anybody is interested, I can go more in depth on all that stuff. I just haven't really. And just so you know, like, some people share more of that information than others, and I don't have a problem with people who do, and I may in the future. I just feel like the way I see my channel going, right now I'm growing my YouTube channel, and it's growing well, and I'm sharing how I'm doing that, and kind of bringing you guys along for the ride. At the same time, I'm building a business around it. And I haven't really made many videos on that side of it, sharing how I'm building the business. I mean, you guys see it. Every once in a while, you may scroll down to the description of my videos and see that I've got a link to Creators Cove, to buy a course, to this and that, right? But I've never made videos explaining all that. And I plan to. I just don't feel like I'm ready yet. It's kind of like putting the horse before the carrot. Is that how that saying goes? I kind of want to have it be a well-oiled machine and before I share it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say, like, this is what I'm doing now, and then a couple months later, oh, well, that didn't work, so forget all the videos I made about it, right? So that's kind of where my mind is at right now, but it's part of the grand plan. By the end of this year, I basically want to have 2 tracks on the channel. One is how to grow a YouTube channel, get comfortable talking to the camera, and all the things that go along with that, the mental side of it, getting the right mindset. Those are the types of videos I've been making. But on the other side, I also want to like how do you actually grow a business? Like, you set up an email list, like get a MailChimp or a Kajabi account or something like that, and start growing an email list, offer a freebie, create a funnel system, all that stuff, right? Which I'm still kind of in the process of setting that up. So anyway, I'll get more into that. I'm looking right at the very latest one now. Perfect. Talia says perfect. Kelly says, hi Rob, all the way from North Idaho. I just started a channel yesterday with 8 videos. You started a channel yesterday with 8 videos in one day? I have 3 more queued and ready for weekly videos. What's your best advice for nurse educational videos? Wow. So you posted 8 videos in one day? That's great. I don't think I would have done that. I would have given each video its own time to kind of breathe, like maybe a video every couple of days until they're all out. But you've done it, so great. So you're starting with a catalog. That's awesome. My advice would be come up with a posting plan. I think you said, actually, this chat is moving, so I'm going to lose it. Here, let me come. Oh, it was months of planning. I bet it was. That's awesome. Oh, here it is. So 3 more queued and ready for weekly videos. Okay, so that tells me you're going to be able to post weekly. So that's awesome. And if you got 3 queued, if you're going to be able to make them weekly, then I would schedule those 3 to happen weekly. Like the first of those 3 can be a week after, I think you said yesterday you started it. So a week from yesterday, and then so on. So pick a schedule that you feel like you can stick at consistently for the long term. So if you don't feel like you can maintain a weekly video, then maybe schedule them every 2 weeks. Okay, but if you feel like you can do a weekly video, maybe 2 videos every once in a while in a week, then weekly is great. And just pay attention to your analytics, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't worry too much about that in the beginning, because you're practicing now. Like if you're just starting, you're brand new at it, you're practicing. Every video you make, just think about it as you're making the video for yourself, okay? Because the videos you're making today are not going to be the ones that make your channel successful. Your channel will be successful. Like might even only be a year from now. Let's think a year from now. Let's say you've got 50 videos up a year from now. That's 1 a week, okay? And let's say you have 1,000 subscribers, okay? Your 51st video that you post is going to get shown, or at least an impression, to those 1,000 subscribers. It's going to test it on them and then some other people and so on. You're going to get more subscribers from your 51st video than probably your first 10 or 20 videos combined. Okay? So that's why the first several videos don't even really matter that. I mean, they matter. It's you practicing. You're practicing at getting better at making videos. That's what your first videos are for. And with every video, just try to make it better than the last one. If you can keep doing that consistently, just make one thing better each time, you'll get better. And it's like a win-win, because not only a year from now, not only are you going to be better at making videos, but your videos are going to be put in front of more people, right? So that's 2 better videos in front of more people. A year after that, your 1,000 subscribers might be 20,000, and now you're at 100 videos, say, and they're miles better than your first videos. Okay, so it's a long game. Good luck with it. Have fun, and I wish you all the best. How long do you spend on your description and thumbnails? Benny, good question. My thumbnails, 5 minutes, and description, 30 seconds. That's it. I spend most of my time on the title, and I spend that time before I make the video. So, and I spend that time with, I just saw a question pop up, and that's a good one. I'm going to answer it. I spend that time on the title with ChatGPT, and I talk about the idea, the video. I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to go outside and do a walk and talk, and this is the topic, and can you help me find a title? We go back and forth. We come up with a title, and then, or at least I come up with 90% of the title. So yeah, it's going to be something like that. Okay, good. Now I'll go film the video. Okay, I'll come back in, and I'll edit the video. And then while I'm doing that, and I see how the intro went, I'll settle on a title. Okay. Now, when I'm finished editing that video and I click to render it or export it, I don't know why Camtasia calls it export. Every other video editing program calls it rendering. But anyway, that's creating the MP4 file, the final video that you upload to YouTube. Anyways, once that's done and I start the upload process, now I start on the thumbnail. And my process is I open up Canva. I will open up the video, and I'll look for a good screenshot to take where I like my facial expression that I want for the thumbnail. I'll grab the screenshot. I'll throw it into Canva. I will then go back to ChatGPT and settle on the title, and I'll say, okay, this is the title I'm going with. Can you now give me suggestions for thumbnail text, the text I want to put on my thumbnail? We'll go back and forth until I find something I like, or 2 things or 3 things that I like that I might want to A/B test. And then I'll put that text on the thumbnail, export it, done. Upload it to YouTube. Thumbnail done. I don't spend much more time than that. When that's all done, video is still uploading. The thumbnail is already uploaded. Now, description and tags. I'll just go to ChatGPT and I'll say, based on the chat we had, this is the title and here's the thumbnail text I'm going with, can you write me a 2-sentence description? And also give me a list of tags, comma separated. And it gives it to me. I copy paste, done. That's it. The reason I don't put any time in those, description and tags, is because they don't matter anymore. They don't matter. Those fields are there. Now, I don't work for YouTube, so I can't say that with 1,000% certainty, but I feel like it doesn't matter. I know people who don't put any tags in and any description in, and their videos do fantastic. YouTube doesn't need tags and descriptions anymore. They are transcribing your video for you. You ever notice that little transcribe button? Here. Let me share my screen here. So here's one of my videos, okay? Scroll down here. So I clicked on, here, let me unclick this. Show less. Okay, so under the video, right here, when you click on more, okay, here's all my description. Now in this one, I didn't even put in an additional description. This entire description here, I've got in my default description in my YouTube studio. So this gets entered automatically whenever I upload a video, okay? It's all my links and stuff that I want in there. But every once in a while, I might add a sentence or 2 to add to this description, and I might put it in like here, or here, or here. You know what? But in this case, I noticed I didn't. Okay, so it's not there. But what I want to show you is if you scroll down to the bottom, transcript, show transcript. Let's click that. There's the transcript. There's the entire transcript of the video with timestamps. And you can click anywhere here and it'll take you to that part of the video. Okay? You can search this by keywords too. This is something you guys might not even know or might not have thought about. But I don't know. What did I talk about in here? Creators, respect. I don't know. What was I talking about? Vlogs. Okay, let's say vlog. I'm going to go Command F. Okay, on a Windows it'd be Control F. F for find. And I'm going to type in VLOG. Boom. 1 of 6. How to make a vlog channel. Vlog my life. I can go use these arrows. Go to the next time I said it. The next time I said it. Okay, let's go to this one. Let's just click here and press play. Make a vlog channel, and I want to vlog. There, I can see. I can go here. Let's go to the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I said it there. Let's click on the timestamp and play it. A lot of vlog style videos out. There you go. So anyway, my point of all that is to show you that YouTube is transcribing all the videos. So if they're transcribing the videos, they have all the keywords they need. They don't need your description to know what you're talking about. They don't need your tags to know what you're talking about or who you're trying to target and all this. They know, okay? And they've got AI, right? They've probably got the best AI. That's Alphabet. That's Google, YouTube. You gotta know that they're using the best AI models they have internally, and not necessarily the ones they give us to use. All right, so that was a long description of that, but yeah, I don't spend any time on my descriptions. Spend some time writing a nice description, include all the links you want to include up front, and then you don't have to worry about it too much more after that. Will Epidemic Sound give you a strike on your channel if I stop the subscription? That is a great question. Here's the way it works. So there's a piece of music I use on a lot of my videos. I'm going to say 75% of my videos has the same music. I don't think I used it. No, I did use it in the last one. I got that from Epidemic Sound. Now, if I stopped my subscription All that means is I would not be able to use that music on any new videos I make after the point of which my subscription has ended. Does that make sense? So any videos I made previously while I had a subscription are fine forever. Okay? That music, I've downloaded it. I don't need to download it again. I've got it on my computer. I can just copy it from one project to the next. I don't have to download it again. I have an active subscription with them, so I'm allowed to use it on new videos that I make. But if that subscription lapses, if I cancel it, then I can't use that music. Even though I've downloaded it, I can't use that music in future videos. So that is how that works. I love that too, Kelly. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Probably not. Silver Vixen Gaming. I have trouble with retention on my videos. Tried everything. Nothing helping. Relatively new channel in gaming. My best advice there would be, well, you said you've tried everything, but be talkative, ask questions, get people to comment below by asking questions and ask them to respond to you in the comments. That's the best way. If you make content that's thought-provoking, that people will want to ask you more questions about, that makes it a little bit easier. You've got a gaming channel, so maybe that I don't know what game, or I'm not really a gamer, so I don't know how that would apply to you. But you could try to run contests or something like that. That might help. But the bottom line is, the comments. Did I misread this? Trouble with retention of my videos. Okay, yeah, no. Yeah, I read that wrong. I was thinking, anyways, I was answering the question as if you asked, how do I get people to comment? Okay, which is not what you asked. You asked about retention. So for retention, yeah, see, so as a non-gamer, I don't know. I'm not good at thinking of ways to keep people watching me play a game. Okay, that's just not something that's not part of my world. That's not like my son does. My son live streams himself playing a game, and he knows of other people that do that. He knows of very popular people that do that. I think the popular people that do that tend to be some combination of very engaging or entertaining, or I know there's one guy who does kind of like role play stuff where he pretends he's a character in the game, and people are almost invested in. It's almost like a soap opera, like a TV show, like what's he going to do this week kind of thing, and they tune in to see that. And so there's that. If you can create some kind of a storyline that people want to follow, that might be a good way. Or if you just kind of get loud and entertaining, right? So other than that, I'm not sure what you could do by gaming. If people know to expect certain things in your streams, that might be good. My son, when he streams himself, I think he ends up being on for hours, like maybe 3 hours or more. I would think that's a long time for people to want to watch all of that. So maybe try making shorter videos, right? You could do that. Try making shorter videos of just like highlights and see if that helps. That might be a way to help. All right, how we doing? Let's type in QQQ again, see what we got. Rock the dots. When I upload a custom thumbnail to a video, that is not what shows up on video notifications. Am I doing it incorrectly? When I upload a custom thumbnail to video, that is not what shows up on video notifications. It should. Are you uploading it to the right place for a full, like a long form video? Make sure you hit save when you do that. Okay, if I come back into YouTube Studio, and so my latest video here, go into details, and you scroll down. This is where you upload your thumbnail. Okay, I could change it. I could download it if I wanted to, but I already have it. You can go with an auto-generated one. You can A/B test, okay? But I just uploaded, in this case, just uploaded one. When you upload a thumbnail here, make sure you also then click the save button. If you upload a new thumbnail, this save button will turn black, meaning you need to press it in order for your changes to take effect. Like if I make a change here, I'll just add a character. Notice how that turned black? Okay, so I'd have to hit save for that to take effect. I'm going to delete that, and that went back. So that's all I can really think of. Ron Durant has a question. Do you ever think about why people do not subscribe to channels but will watch a bunch of the videos on that channel? I get a lot of views from non-subscribers. I haven't put a lot of thought into it because really, I mean, does it matter? Yeah, I don't worry too much about that. I mean, yeah, I think there's channels that I watch that I may not be subscribed to, but because I watch them, YouTube knows that I watch them, and when they come out with another video, they may still show it to me anyways, even though I'm not subscribed. You don't have to be subscribed to a channel in order to be presented with a new video of theirs, okay? If you watch that person's content anyways, you're probably going to see it if you go to the YouTube homepage. I mean, I have seen videos where, I haven't seen it in a while, but like a couple of years ago, it was almost like it was a trendy thing to say, like, I notice that 76% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. Do me a favor and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, blah, blah, blah. I've never done that, and I don't know why people would do that. I guess to boost your subscriber count, but that doesn't boost your revenue. I guess it boosts the number of potential people who would be notified when you come out with a new video, and that could affect your click-through rate and stuff like that. But they may not have a Google account. That's true. Actually, that's a nice short answer right there. That could be a very good reason why people watch and don't subscribe, is they don't have a Google account or a YouTube account. That's great. Bulls Promo TV. Thanks for that. Me struggling with a long-winded answer, but that's it in a nutshell. But yeah, no, you're now getting kind of into the psychology of it, and but the bottom line, the way I look at it is subscriber numbers. It's more of a vanity number. Like, it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, you need 1,000 of them to get monetized. So in that case, that matters. But like in my case, I was over almost at 3,000 before I got monetized because my watch hours weren't. It took me longer to get the watch hours. It's frustrating having a video that gets a lot of views but 0 subscribers. I guess that would be frustrating. If that's something that frustrates you, then maybe get in the habit of asking people to subscribe, right? I don't usually recommend people do that. It's not that I recommend people don't ask. It's just that it's not something I typically recommend that you have to ask. Does that make sense? So what I'm talking about is, if you see people in a video say, if you like this video, don't forget to like it, and don't forget to click that subscribe button if you want to see more from me, blah, blah, blah. All of that is unnecessary today, I think. I feel like today people know. They know that if they've watched one of your videos and they liked it and they want to see more of you and more from you, they know to click to subscribe. Another reason, further to Bull's Promo TV, what he said, they may not have a Google account. They may be watching YouTube on their TV, and it might be hard to click a subscribe button, right? If you have a lot of viewers, a large percentage of your viewers who watch your content on a TV, how do you subscribe there? You'd have to click over, and it's cumbersome in a lot of cases, unless you have a keyboard with your TV. So that could be a reason too. Alrighty. So I'm going to make that screen larger it's time to, so just so you know, I will be here until the top of the hour, just before the top of the hour. So a little less than an hour from now, okay, is when I'm going to have to go. I'm going to enlarge this so I can see this. And now I'm current with you guys, and I'll go back up if I, actually, let me go back up a little bit. Just look for some relatively recent QQQs. Oh, that's a good question. Bluefin Adventures. Rob, have you noticed that views and view time drop off considerably in the summer months? I was wondering about that actually this morning. I don't know for sure. My channel hasn't stagnated. I mean, my channel's doing well. It's growing pretty linearly right now, like pretty constant. I mean, days that I come out with a video, there's a spike, right? On those days, and maybe the second day as well. But I haven't had a phenomenal month. Like April was a phenomenal month for me for some reason. I don't know why. May, June, and July so far have all been roughly the same. A little step down from April, but still they're all better than, like, if April and March and February, those are like my 3 best months. These last few months kind of slot in right behind those ones. Okay, I'm still above where I was at a year ago when I had my viral video. So maybe there is a bit of a slowdown, in which case, for me, I'm noticing it kind of flatline meaning growing at the same rate. And maybe that'll pick up, you know. I have heard, I've watched videos where they claim that there's more action, there's more revenue from advertisers in the months leading up to Christmas. Okay, that's a big deal. So companies pay more for advertising basically from August on, when people are shopping for Christmas in the holiday season. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if things go up from there. But I haven't really noticed a dip. No. Travis says, I had around 20 shorts and about 10 long version videos striked. I had to remove them from the channel. That's unfortunate. Why was that? Sorry to hear that, but hopefully you know why, and you just avoid doing that again. I wonder if it was the new AI crackdown that on the AI spammy type videos that you got caught up in, maybe? I don't know. Oh, no, I can't click over here and show the, yeah, Stephen Russell said, did you have your YouTube account safe listed on Epidemic Sound? Oh, you're talking about with, so you got copyright striked from music. That's a good point, Stephen Russell. Let me see if I can go over here and display that. It's the best way to do this. Bear with me, folks. Time for a little drink while I'm doing this. Okay, now let's try something else. Let's go try it that way. Oh, here we go. Yes, my channel had a license for music. I didn't pay a lifetime. I paid a monthly subscription. Yeah, I think what Steven asked, though, did you have your YouTube account safe listed on Epidemic Sound? So what that means is when you get when you sign up for Epidemic Sound, go into your account settings and you can add your channel, your YouTube channel, to a safe list. Okay, when you do that, then that lessens the chance that you'll get any accidental copyright strikes. Okay, because I believe it somehow checks against Epidemic Sound's database of safe channels. That said, that doesn't guarantee you won't get a strike, but if you have an account with Epidemic Sound and you're using some of their music and you have an active subscription and you do get a copyright notice, they wouldn't give you a strike, they'd give you a notice. If you get a notice like that and say that you can't monetize that, you can fight that and you will win. Like, an Epidemic Sound gives you tools to help you with that. I think they even give you a form or like copy and paste the exact thing that you would send back to YouTube to say, I'm allowed to use this. And usually within 24 hours, it's cleared up and you're good. I think that happened to me once. I don't think it was with Epidemic Sound, but with the previous service that I used. But yeah, no, I have my channel safe listed in Epidemic Sound and I have never had a problem with it. But again, if you do have a problem, not only can you kind of fight it with YouTube, but Epidemic Sound has tools that will help you with that. And when that happens, it is an accident because it's computers making these decisions, and they just missed it. Maybe you're a new subscriber and they don't know that your channel is a safe channel, and it gets the algorithm, not YouTube's algorithm. Well, yeah, no, YouTube's algorithm would get it wrong sometimes, but once you fight that once, it may not happen to you again. I hope that helps. Oh, no, that doesn't work. So I'm looking at the wrong chat. Sorry, guys. All right. You have a great day too, Someone's Garden. I need to work on my YouTube strategy when I get home. Loving it, but could only do one video a week if I had more than one channel. I want to make more CDL trucking videos, but I don't want my coworkers to see me on YouTube ever. I just had a video do great. Yeah, so, I mean, there's really no way to guarantee that nobody else will see your videos, but if they aren't your target audience, the likelihood of them finding your videos is very low. I mean, there's some things you can do to mitigate that, to help people not find you. For example, don't use your full name as your channel name, which doesn't look like you are, so that's good. And don't share your channel with anybody that you know, because that's not how you grow a channel anyways. The way you grow a channel is to make videos. Just keep making videos for an audience you've defined, and stay within that niche, and your channel will grow organically. Now, might some people find your channel? It's very rare, but it's possible. And I would just suggest that maybe you have a story ready in the event that that happens. And it could go something like, somebody could say to you, I just noticed you have a YouTube channel. And you can just say, oh, you found that? Oh, that's just a hobby I do in my spare time. It's just something I do for fun. And leave it at that. You don't have to say anything about, oh yeah, no, it's going to be my retirement plan. I plan on, making thousands of dollars a month, and, eventually I'll be able to, quit this job, right? You don't want to do that. So just have a story ready. But again, the chances of people finding you are pretty remote. Is StreamYard good? StreamYard is good. Yes. Yeah, a lot of people love StreamYard. I've used it before, but I've kind of settled in with Ecamm Live, and I love Ecamm Live. So, but StreamYard is a very popular one as well. Yep. Do you know if we can upload videos created with AI-generated graphics and copy? You can. So there's been some talk recently about YouTube's new crackdown on AI-generated... How do I say this? I got to be careful because some people... YouTube has a problem And that problem is people making mass-produced, low-effort videos that are repetitive, just regurgitated stories that people are finding on Reddit, and they're just kind of turning them into AI videos, not original stories, and they're mass-producing these videos, like sometimes dozens of new videos a day, right? And AI is making this super easy for people to do this. And YouTube noticed this, and I mean, it's more accurate to say that their advertisers are saying, people don't want to watch this stuff, so we don't want to pay to advertise as much on your platform. And YouTube was like, whoa, we don't want to lose our advertisers, so yeah, no, we don't want those videos either. I mean, and neither do creators, because it just puts they call it AI slop. And that's kind of the trendy term. I like to think of it as video spam, okay? So that's the kind of thing that YouTube is cracking down on. Now, lots of people were very concerned that, oh no, they're not going to allow AI-generated videos anymore. Can I not use AI to generate a voice anymore? I'm not comfortable. I don't have a good voice. I want to use an AI voice. Can I still do that? Yes, you can. What about AI-generated videos, like AI-generated images and all that stuff? Yes, you can still use those too. The difference is they want authentic and unique content. They don't want regurgitated stories. They want value to be added. So if you're doing that, then you're fine. If you're adding value, you can use AI to create videos, and that's great. If you're putting lots of effort into making those videos unique and the story unique and it's yours, and this could take you hours to make, then you're probably fine. It's the mass production that they don't want. Okay, so there you go. I hope that helped. I guess we'll see, though. We'll see how much they crack down on those sorts of things. Time will tell. But yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, AI is coming, right? AI is here, and it's here to stay, and it's only getting better, right? Smarter, better. And we all will have to adjust with it as it continues to grow. For YouTube, that means right now cracking down on the video spam videos. For creators, you know what? I want to talk about this for a second. For creators, there's a lot of creators that are thinking, I thought AI was going to help, be the answer to my problems, right? Because I can't talk to the camera, so I want to use an AI avatar, AI voice, and all this. And that's fine. And same with, I'm not good at editing videos. Now there are video editing apps that will do a lot of the video editing for you with some form of AI to speed it up. Okay, great. As a creator, instead of, how do I put this? And I'm not worried about offending people at all. That's not what I'm just trying to word this. And I'm trying to tell you where my mind is with all this stuff. I use AI. I use ChatGPT. Actually, I use that a lot to help me come up with an outline for the course I'm making for Camtasia, for help with titles and thumbnail text, and my descriptions and my tags. It's a time saver for me. It helps to bounce ideas off of. How to set up a email funnel system and a business plan and all that stuff. It's great. I don't use AI for voiceover or for making videos or to help speed up my video editing. Not that there's anything wrong with any of those things, but here's my point. Because there's a lot of people who are excited about what AI can do for them in terms of helping them make videos, right? And, those videos won't be as authentic, especially if it's an AI voice, AI avatar. It's not a real person, okay? So how can it be authentic? Because of that, I feel like my videos are going to stand out more. Okay? The more AI type videos are out there, granted, they will get better and better in time, but still, I'm meanwhile growing my skills at talking to a camera. I'm getting better and better at it. I'm sharing my thoughts in real time. I use ums and ahs, and I think that's okay. There it is again. The people who subscribe to my channel are okay with that, obviously, or they wouldn't subscribe. The odd time I'll get a comment saying, you should cut down on your ums and ahs. It's like, okay, thanks. I'll do my best. Like, what am I supposed to say to that? Like, I'm working on it, or like, you're right. I'm not going to make another video until I get that problem licked. No, I'm going to keep being me, because most of my subscribers are here because of who I am. I mean, also the content that I put out, but the content that I put out is no different, I would argue, it's no different than what other people are putting out. Brian G. Johnson, Kevin Colby, Alexa Saranoia, Ty Myers, right? All these people doing roughly the same kind of thing I am in their own style with their own angles. We're all creating and helping people start YouTube channels and grow on YouTube. So we're all doing the same thing. I'm not doing anything that's all that unique. But what makes me different from all of them is me and the way I talk, the way I look, the fact that I'm male, the fact that I'm in my 50s, whatever it is, however you want to define me, is what makes me me. The way I trip over my words, the way I say and ah a lot, the way I lose my train of thought, and I leave that in my videos because I think it's relatable, right? All that makes me me. So the people who subscribe to me, I don't feel like I'm in danger of losing any of them to an AI channel that's going to talk about the same things I'm talking about. I don't feel like I'm in danger of losing my audience to that. Again, I don't want to come across as putting that down. If you need to use AI and it helps you, again, I'm using it in my own way. Other people are using it in their own way. Just you do you, and you'll find your way. YouTube is a huge platform, and the number of people you could reach is phenomenal. Like, it's huge. I'm only scratching the surface of what this channel could be, right? If I'm starting to spit now, right? And same with you, only scratching the surface. Everybody has a tribe out there waiting for them. You just need to make content the way you want to make content, the way you're comfortable making content, and YouTube will help you find your tribe. They'll help find them for you. All right, there. I feel like that. I got a little amped up there. That's those are my thoughts on that. So I'm not scared of AI. AI is turning into a great set of tools, and who knows where it's going to go. I mean, the ability for virtually anybody to code now because of AI. I'm a little worried about my son's career because he's a software developer, but he uses AI too, and he's smart enough to know to stay on top of that. But who knows where it's all going? Question right at the very bottom. Do you think AI can never be more authentic than you are and still be funny and entertainment? AI can also do and can also lose their train of thought. Sure, they can. They can. And absolutely, AI could create, maybe not today, but someday, create a version of me that's identical to me in every way. The way I talk, the way I trip over my words, all that stuff. Yes, they can. But they're not me, and I'm not worried about that. I just feel like it's something that's going to take care of itself. Either it's through, YouTube may come out with other rules that if they start to see people using AI to exactly emulate somebody else, that maybe that won't be allowed. And YouTube may develop tools to be able to figure that out and to find those people. So I guess I feel like if you can just keep making videos, I feel like if I just keep making videos the way I'm doing it and just kind of following my heart and trying to please my audience by making content that I think my viewers want to see, if I just stay true to that, and if I keep doing it myself, being authentic, because I'm hearing that that's what people like about my videos, then I think I'll be okay. And I think the rest of it will take care of itself. YouTube, it's in YouTube's best interest to keep creators creating. They want to make money, and they make money by selling ads. And they want their advertisers to keep buying ads. And, you know, if advertisers start going to YouTube and say, you know what, I want to advertise on Rob the Maritimer's channel. I don't want to advertise on some AI clone of Rob the Maritimer, right? YouTube will probably figure out a way to make that happen. Just my thoughts, though. Probably open up a whole can of worms here. People can feel AI. They can feel that it's fake. Ultimately, people want real people. I totally agree today. But like Anaholics just kind of alluded to, tomorrow might be different. You may not be able to tell. So who knows where it's going? It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. But again, I'm confident that the big boys and girls will be able to figure this out and keep their advertisers happy is what it comes down to for them. That's what I think. I like that. I discovered how to be AI proof. Be the person that no one wants to copy. Yep, that's foolproof. I use AI as a sounding board for ideas I'm trying to flesh out. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it misses by miles. Yeah, what I've found with ChatGPT is that it's a great yes man. Like, it's very agreeable. Like, I'm always right. According to ChatGPT. Like, great idea, Rob. That is a fantastic idea. You should do that. So it's becoming a skill. I think it's a skill that you have to learn. You have to learn how to ask it prompts without any bias. Like, you have to remove your bias. You can't say something like, I just made a video which I think is great, and it's about this. What do you think? It's going to say, well, I think it's great too, Rob. Fantastic idea. So anyway, that's a bad example, but do you set your chat for subscribers only? That will help with getting more subs. Do you set your chat for subscribers only? That will help with getting more subs. Oh yeah, I suppose it could, but no, I don't. I have my chat open to anybody. The goal of these live streams is not to increase my subscribers. Actually, anything that you do to try to increase your subscribers may not be as valuable as you think it is, right? You want people to subscribe for honest, organic reasons, right? Because you want your subscribers to be a group of people that want to watch all your videos, right? If I turned this chat, my live streams, if I changed the chat in my live streams so that only people who are subscribed can comment or write a question or anything, then I would probably get more subscribers. People would subscribe so they can ask a question. Some of them may unsubscribe later, or if not, that'd be even worse. If not, they will now exist as a subscriber, but they subscribed because I required them to ask me a question, and that might not be a person who is as apt to want to click one of my impressions if I come out with a new video, which in turn would mean my click-through rate would go down. Does that make sense? So, yeah. I hear what you're saying, though, that you're right. That could increase the number of subscribers, but I'm not going to do that. Happy to hear that, Charlie. Thank you very much. Not really a question, but I think eventually you will need not digitally sign your recordings, but otherwise YouTube will not be able to tell the difference between AI and human. Yep, maybe. Maybe. Who knows where that's going to go? Subscriber-only mode in live streams can help reduce spammers, but doesn't really help your channel in the long term. Yep, actually, that's a good point. Probably reduce spammers. Yep. But so do moderators, right? prodigal aquarist. Congratulations, Farrier Trails, 101 subs. Woohoo! Great job. Let me scroll up now, see what else I missed. Catherine is still here. I've got a couple of channel names reserved, just deciding which one to go with. Cool. Sheila Grace became a member. Welcome, Sheila. Welcome, new crew member. So next Wednesday will be our next members-only dock party. That's the members' live streams, usually around 15 to 20 people in those, and I get to answer everybody's questions. Here is a question from Karen. What is a good average percentage viewed rate? Well, I mean, I think mine usually shake out around, I want to say 42%. I don't know why that specific number popped into my head, but something like that. Well, let's, can we go here and see the latest video? No, it's still uploading. Here, sorry, I will share this with you. That's my latest video still. So yeah, the day that you post a video, the next day you can see that previous day's stats, except for like the retention graph. That takes a couple days. So let's go to my second last video, analytics. Okay, so this video, if I come down here, 35% is that one. And that actually didn't do so bad. 6,200 views so far. It's riding near the top of my average. And 71% of viewers still watching after 30 seconds, which is above typical. Yeah, for me, it's usually in the high 60s, the first 30 seconds. So there we go. But yeah, no, this line is kind of riding the top of the gray line, but overall 35%. Now, there's a 15-minute video, so maybe a little longer. If we go and find a video that's shorter, this one here, let's say, 9-minute video. Actually, it did better than average, 8,500 views. It's also only 35%. 64% are still watching after 30 seconds, which is typical, okay? So not as good in the first 30 seconds as the last one, and it kind of rode below the line. Okay, so I've had better. But it's still doing well here on the view count. So there's two that are in the 30s. This one I think did well. Watch, I'll prove myself wrong again. 17,000 views, so that's really doing well. What's its view? 38%. Okay, so where'd this 42 come from? I know I had some in the 40s. Again, that's only 9 minutes. I would have thought that'd be longer than that, or higher percentage than that, but it's not. 69% still watching, which is typical. Okay. Anyway, there you go. There's some examples that hopefully help. Can you check the question about the selfie stick before I go? Let me go find that. DJI Osmo. So can you let me search for DJI Osmo? There it is. Here you go. There you go, Chris. Which selfie stick do you use, or which one should I use so that my phone is held firmly, and is the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro good for daily recordings at first compared to a real camera? Thanks. Okay, so where'd it go? Here. That's the selfie stick I use. I think it's Eucla or something like that. There it goes. It's a selfie stick, so this just pulls out, and it comes with one of these things for your phone. Okay, you can screw that in there and then attach your phone to it. I don't use that though. I use, because on my phone I've got a quad lock case on this for when I go for bike rides. I have one of these quad lock attachments on my handlebars on my bike, and so I can put my phone on it, and that's basically my speedometer. I can see how far I'm going, how much time, and all that stuff. So I like this little adapter. I bought that. Let me just take this off here. But yeah, so when I go, if I don't go with this is what I used to use until around 2 months ago when I went for a walk. But now I like this other one better. So I'll take this adapter off of this thing here. Okay, off of this. And then this adapter screws on to this, like so. And I think I have to turn it around this way. All right, then my phone will plug in, will hook in like that. And if I pressed my iPhone, you would see that I'm using my iPhone. Hello. Okay, so that's the iPhone. You can see, all right. So that's how I hold that, just like this. And if I want it a little bit farther away from me, I just extend it. That's no problem. It came with a little remote, which I don't even use. That's for snapping pictures, which I don't ever do. I mean, sometimes I do, but not for making videos. But this is also, just stick your finger in here and open that up. That becomes a tripod. Okay, and you can extend this really high. I mean, you then adjust this like that, and that can be a tripod. Okay, it'll go to about 5 feet in the air. But for the most part, I leave it fairly low like this. And then I angle this. That's about where I have it. And I walk and talk just like this. Okay, so that's the selfie stick I used. You didn't ask for all of that, but what else did you have? Which one should I use so my phone is held firmly? So the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro, I've heard it's good. I don't have any experience with it, and I don't plan to get it because this phone works just fine. The iPhones from the 14 on have enhanced stabilization built in, so that stops the shakiness when you're walking. It's self-stabilizing, so I don't need a gimbal with this. Okay. The only thing I'll say about the Osmo, and I don't know if it's the Action 5 or the Pocket, or I don't know the nomenclature. One of them has a tripod built into it, and you can set it down, and then you can walk around, and it'll follow you. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Like if you're doing, I don't know, like fitness videos where you're up and moving around, or yoga or whatever. But if you're just sitting at your desk, and if you move a little bit like this and it kind of moves with you, I don't love that. So for that kind of thing, I would turn that feature off. But other than that, anything else I've ever heard or seen about those cameras are great. I've only heard good things about them. So anyway, yeah, and I think, I mean, for me, I have my phone with me all the time. If I was out recording videos with the Osmo Pocket or whatever, I would probably still have my phone in my pocket. So I'd have it with me anyways. So why not just use it? And, it takes great video. So there you go. Hope that helped. Let's get back to where we're at. What was the brand of that selfie stick? Let us go find it. I thought it was Eucalo or something. No, let's just go selfie stick, tripod with remote. That'll probably find it. Yep, there it is right there. It's that one. Now, don't mind the prices here because these are in Canadian dollars. So 28 bucks. Wow, that's a good price. That's less than I paid. I think I paid 40 bucks for this. So it's on sale right now. This is it. It is called the Yukos. Okay, there's no L in it. Yukos 62-inch phone tripod. So yeah, $29 Canadian is probably around 20 bucks US. Catherine, I'm not sure what it would be in New Zealand dollars. New Zealand have their own currency? I know Australia does. Does New Zealand? I don't even know. But yeah, so there you go. That's the one I use. Now I saw a video by, what am I doing? There you go. I saw a video by somebody, Katie Steckley, made a video about this, but mentioned another one that's even better than this. I mean, this is plastic. This is plastic. It's, I like it because it's nice and light. But if you want to use it in the full standing tripod mode, it's a little wobbly, okay? So then you might want something a little beefier. And there was another one here that I think it might be this one. No, that looks pretty much the same as mine. Yeah, that's probably, I don't know. Anyway, there are some that are metal that are a little sturdier, but the trade-off is it would be heavier. Okay, I like that because I rarely have this in full tripod 62-inch mode. It's usually in my hand, and that's just fine for me. So I prefer it to be light, is what I'm trying to say. The Osmo 6 follows you. All right. Eucos, E-U-C-O-S. I bought a lavalier microphone, but it won't work with my iPhone. Does anybody have suggestions? I have an iPhone 13. So the 13, you would need, that has the lightning connection. You would need like a, what's that called? Not the 1/4 inch, but the 1/8 inch audio connection. You'd need the little adapter that goes from that to the lightning, and then you'd plug it into that. It should work. Or maybe you're talking about a wireless lavalier. You know, some of them work with Bluetooth. I know the DJI mics that I have work fantastic. Now I have the iPhone 16 now, which is USB-C, but before that I had the 14, which had the lightning connection, and it worked just fine. So yeah, I guess it might depend on which model you have. You have the same one, do you? Yeah, I like it too. But again, I like it just for walking around with. It's nice and light. It's like, I don't know what it weighs, like a pound, maybe 2 at most. Nice and light. Awesome. Enjoy. Got a tripod from AliExpress. Awesome. Tripods are important. Oh, Hollyland. Hollyland. Yeah, they're a good name. I have an old Hollyland mic that I never had much luck with it, though. This is a couple years old now. New Zealand dollars, and we buy from Amazon in Australia. We don't have Amazon here. Okay, interesting. Interesting. I've just put it in my Amazon cart. Awesome. Got to go prep for a session with Ty. Awesome. Enjoy. Don't forget the like. Look at the Ulanzi MT79. Okay. Okay, there you go. There it is for those who are interested in what that is. Ulanzi MT79 extendable tripod. That looks very similar to this one. $39, 491 people bought it, so it must be good. 4.5 stars. Another good choice. There's so many ways you can go with this, and quite honestly, they probably all work. Oh, it's metal, is it? Okay. Which is why it's a little bit, actually, that's not a lot more expensive. And it's 81 inch. Okay, that might be even better. Might be even better. Cool. What we got for time? I got another 10 minutes or so, and then I'll have to bolt, if that's okay. All right. I have the same tripod, but I switched out the phone holder for a magnetic one. Actually, that's a good idea. Magnetic would be good too. I don't even know I don't think that was an option when I first got my quad lock. This is like the 4th phone, I think, that I've had this case. So that goes back 10 years maybe, that I've been using the quad lock case. Very sturdy. But yeah, I don't love these little attachments that come with it. I don't love these. They're a little janky. You know, I don't know if I would trust it as much. I guess, you know. But yeah, magnetic, I think that'd be a great way to go. Mr. Jessup, how you doing? Glad to catch you live. Hope you're doing well. I am. Thank you very much. I continue to watch your channel and enjoy. No problem. Glad you could join us. See you, Chris. Glad you could join us too. What holds me back from my second channel that I had hoped to make is I just don't have time for it with life, family, full-time job, kids, YouTube channel. Yep, you got a lot on your plate. Just do what you can and enjoy. That's it. Lottie Svala will watch on the replay. Awesome. Charles Roth, question, do you think it is problematic that a majority of my long views are coming from shorts? Have 5 longs, fair few shorts that link my longs. Thanks in advance. Yeah, I wouldn't put a whole lot of thought into, like, it's 2 different games. Longs and shorts, 2 different games. You want your longs to kind of grow on their own organically. Don't try to push traffic there from shorts. At least, I mean, maybe that works for some people, but really, it's 2 different games. Like short form content, people who are watching short form content rarely will see, oh, there's a link here to a long form content. Let's click that and go watch the long form video. No, it doesn't happen. Now, have I put links in there like that? Yes, I have. But I don't think it happens very often. I would just mostly focus on one or the other, whichever you prefer to make. Do you prefer making shorts and do you want to make a go of that? Or is your strategy more long form stuff? And I would focus in on one, the one you want to focus on and that you enjoy the most. That would be my suggestion. New Zealand is tiny, but we love it. I'd like to go to New Zealand sometime. Never been. South Africa just got Amazon, but we had another competitor that owned the market already. Interesting. No sound. For who? My sound. Yep, my sound is working. I think more people would have said it isn't working. Maybe turn your speakers on? Sorry, bad joke. Oh, Nafisa, I sent you an Instagram DM. Don't know if you saw it. I saw it today, and I forgot to reply to you. So yeah, you won one of the things from last week. What I need you to do is send me an email, because I need your email address. That's how I'll set you up. So not here in the chat, but just send an email to me. My email address is workwith@robthemaritimer.com. If you send me an email there, from the email address you want me to use to set up your account, then I'll be able to give you the courses you won. So congrats on that. Again, it's workwith@robthemaritimer.com. If you forget that, you can just go to my channel and click About, and my email address is written in there. How do you feel about a channel that is mainly lives? Do you think it would bomb? Yeah, I don't think that would work. The thing is with lives, what works about channels that have regular videos is that regular videos by themselves can do very well and continue to do well over time. If you only do lives, let's say you go live once a week, even once a day, if you go live every day, people aren't going to necessarily go back and watch your old ones, right? They're going to just watch the current one. So your old ones are not going to be videos that can take off later. Whereas if you're making videos, they can. So I wouldn't, if you want to grow a channel, I mean, if you want to just do lives, just do lives. But if you want to grow a channel, don't just do lives, do long form as well. Doing both of those together, I think, is a winning combination. All right. What time is the membership doc party? It is 2 o'clock my time. So the same time I go live on Tuesdays, that same time on every second Wednesday. So next Wednesday is the next one. It's 1 o'clock Eastern time. So like Toronto, New York. I'm not sure where you are. Mel, are you in New Zealand? So if you're in New Zealand, I noticed because I looked up Catherine, when I started this, it was 5 a.m. when this live stream started. 1 p.m. Eastern is 5 a.m. New Zealand. So, yeah, Catherine says we do. So yeah, the members Membership Doc Party, the members live stream, is Wednesdays at 5 a.m. New Zealand time. There, which is 2 p.m. here. No problem, Mel. That is super early in New Zealand. Recruited there way back. Was rough as far as my time zone goes. Hi, maybe somebody has asked, but do you have a code to crack the algorithm? I have no views and no subscribers. My channel is not growing. No, I do not have a code to crack the algorithm. Just some advice. You got no views. Make sure all the videos you make are targeting the same people, the same audience, the same niche. If you've only made one video, then make another one and gear it towards the same people. That's how you grow. You have to keep, every time you make a new video, that's more data you're giving to YouTube in terms of helping them figure out who you're trying to reach, who should want to watch your videos. So every time you make a video, that's more data for YouTube. And also, hopefully, you're getting better at making videos every time you make one. You're getting better at making videos that people want to watch. You're getting better at making thumbnails that people want to click. You're getting better at making titles that get people to want to click your thumbnail. Yeah, so that's it. That's what it is. And if people watch your videos, average view duration or total watch time, right? If they watch a lot of your videos on average, that's what YouTube wants. And that's what YouTube will reward with more impressions to more people like the people who are watching your videos. Okay, so that's how you get that ball rolling. And if that ball's not rolling for you yet, make another video. Then make another one. And then make another one. All to the same people. Again, if you want to grow your channel, you can make videos on whatever you want to make if you're not interested in growing the channel. 12 p.m. Central Time. That is correct. Yep, that's 2 hours behind where I am. Wouldn't that be Thursday for New Zealand? Yes, it would. Sorry, that's right. Yes. So Wednesday, 2 p.m. Halifax time, 1 o'clock New York or Toronto time, is Thursday morning at 5 a.m. in New Zealand. That's correct. Hi, Rob. Just a quick hello. Thanks for your channel. I think we are safe from AI. The powers that be will control it as and when required. That's kind of my attitude as well. Andy, that's the way I'm thinking too. I'm choosing not to worry too much about it and continuing to do my own thing. And hey, the more people who want to try to go down the AI route, that's less authentic people competing with me. So I think maybe that's good. I think maybe you've answered this before, but my memory is getting bad. So is mine. Don't worry about it. How are you researching new ideas? Do you use tools like vidIQ to do research? Sometimes I use vidIQ. More often than not, it's ChatGPT or YouTube. I'll go on YouTube, and if I have an idea for what I want to make a video about, and maybe I'll come up with a title, I'll go to YouTube and I'll search on that title, see what else pops up. Somebody else make a video about this? Are those videos doing really well? And one thing to look for is outliers. Like if I want to make a title or I want to make a video about whatever. If I go and search for that on YouTube and I find, okay, there's a lot of people making videos about this. Oh, and there's a couple that, wow, it's got 500,000 views and the channel only has 5,000 subscribers. That's an outlier, right? That means the algorithm took a hold of that and ran. That's like, okay, that's a title that's working. So I may use a form of that title and apply it to my own situation. And that's a good place to start. That video might not even have to do with what I'm wanting to talk about in my video. It might be a different niche, but if it's working, if that title, the way it's constructed, right, is working, then I might be able to make it work for me too. Okay? Or at the very least, if that topic is something that's working, maybe try to search for other titles like it. Like try to come up with, or use ChatGPT to come up with different variations of the title. Search for those, see how they're doing. And just try to make yours unique in your own way. Remember, the title plus the text you put on your thumbnail together work together to try to get the click, the CTR. And so yeah, resist the urge to put the same text on your title that you put in, on your thumbnail that you put in your title. Even though I just did that in my last one, but I couldn't think of anything else to put on my thumbnail. It made sense. But yeah, that's usually what I do. And then I tidy everything up with ChatGPT, and I settle on, you know, what works the best. But I also use that little tool, the vidIQ tool, in, you know, in the title. You know, it'll give me a number. Like, this is an 81. This ranks 81 out of 100. This is a great title. Awesome. And I'll usually play with that too. Like, how can I make that number higher? Right? So some of the things I do. I'm wondering about giveaways on YouTube and their contest policies. I'm guessing what you did aligns. Yeah, so Karen, what I did, so last week I gave stuff away, right? I gave away coaching calls. I gave away courses. I think I had 20 winners. But before I did that, I asked ChatGPT, am I allowed to do this? And it basically said, absolutely you can. Just don't, like, make sure you make it known that YouTube is not sponsoring my video. YouTube is not a part of it. Okay, I'm just using YouTube as the vehicle in which to deliver my contest. Okay, so yeah, as long as you do that, you're fine. I do giveaways on my channel and it doesn't really help my growth. It's just cost me money and I'm not even making any money yet. Yeah, that's the unfortunate part of giveaways. Unless you can try to find giveaways that don't cost you much, right? Like in my case, I mean, the courses that I gave away doesn't really cost me much because I've made them, right? I made them almost a year ago or 6 months ago for one of them. So that's one thing. But I mean, you don't want to give it away to everybody because then, you know, there goes your business, right? If that's part of your business model. But then the coaching that I gave away, that's going to cost me some time, right? An hour each. So there's 4 hours of my time because I gave away 4 of them. But I was willing to do that. I thought it was a special thing, but it's not something I'm going to do all the time. That's like an annual thing. Yeah, Wednesday afternoon here is Thursday morning in New Zealand. Melissa, I am filming a series of 4 videos. What time is it? Okay, I'm going to have to go soon. And want to put an end screen on the first. I'm filming a series of 4 videos. I want to put an end screen on first one that points to the second one, but the second one will not have been posted yet. Any suggestions on how to do this? Yeah, so you would just do that in, just use the cards. It's probably easier for me to show you. If we go into YouTube Studio, let's say on this video, I want to point to this video, okay? So let's come in here. Let's go down, scroll down. We go to end screen right here. So click on that. And on this one, I have one video is going to be there and it's going to be best for viewer. Well, I can choose a specific video if I want, okay? I can click, if I click on this, I can then choose what video I want it to point to. I'm not going to do it now, but that's what I would do. And then you save it, right? This would turn black if I had made a change, but I didn't make a change. Discard changes. Okay, so that's what I would do to this one. I would point to this video. And this video, if I want to point it to another video that's not uploaded yet, well, for now, I might point it back to this one. But then as soon as I upload another video, I'd come back into this one and I would do the same thing and point it to the next one. So I would just do it in here. I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't get fancy by building an end screen within your video because that can get complicated. Just use, you can say, you know, when you're finished with this video, I think you should go see this one here and just kind of point up into space and then you can do it with YouTube's tools later. That's what I would do. All right. No problem. No problem. Yep, just do giveaways that don't cost much. 2 thumbs up right there. Is it okay to use ChatGPT to give you script ideas? 100%, definitely, absolutely. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily use it to write out my first script or my complete script if I was scripting my videos. I think always it's best to kind of, I mean, use it to give ideas. I think the winning formula is to use ChatGPT to help you come up with your bullet points if you need help coming up with bullet points, and then just talk to the camera the best you can. Be authentic and share your ideas. And that's how that works. Okay, you know what? It is 4:58, which is 5 o'clock, which is, it's been 3 hours. 8 o'clock in New Zealand. I'm going to have to bounce. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to have another video out by the end of the week, Thursday or Friday morning. I don't know yet. And then I'll be back here next Tuesday. Yeah, if I didn't get to your question here, I apologize. Feel free to ask any other questions in the comments section below. Once I end this live stream, the comments will open up. You'll be able to ask there. Yeah, I try to answer all my comments. I am unable to answer everything in these live chats. I apologize, but I do the best that I can. Maybe I'll do another video soon where I rapid fire answer a bunch of unanswered questions. I did that a couple weeks ago, and that was kind of fun. It was long, though. I won't make it that long next time I do that. But yeah, thanks for joining me today. Still 118 of you in here. That's so awesome. I love this. If you guys are trying to grow a YouTube channel and you're not sure what to do next, maybe you feel stuck, consider doing live streams, because they really help. Not only will they really boost your watch hours, and the more you do it, if you do it regularly every week, the number of people that keep coming back increases. Before you know it, you're getting 100 watch hours every time you go live, which is phenomenal. That's all you need in a week, really. Yeah, do that. Go live. Talk about the videos you just came out with and the ones you're working on next, and that'll really help. So I'm going to make a video on that at some point real soon, but probably not this week. Anyways, thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and have a fantastic week and weekend, and I will see you later. Bye.